The following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morningstar Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening from Baldwin City, where tonight we put the finishing touches on the 2021 portion of this year's basketball season as the Baldwin Bulldogs tonight host the Spring Hill Broncos. I'm Bryce Kessler along with my partner Ryan Hilmer for this doubleheader of hoops tonight here on Baldwin Sports Live. The Baldwin girls looking to get above the 500 mark for the first time this season before they enter the Christmas break. Baldwin sits at 2-2 after a 35-34 win on Tuesday night over then number 2 ranked Lewisburg, and it took literally all 32 minutes for the Bulldogs to pick up that victory. Riley Smith knocking down the game-winning free throw with just 1 second to play in the fourth quarter, and that was after Marin Frost knocked down a game-tying three-pointer with a minute to play as Baldwin erased a 10-point halftime deficit, outscoring Lewisburg 25-14 in the second half to pick up the 1-point victory. It certainly wasn't the prettiest of games for Baldwin, but nobody's going to apologize for finding a way to get a victory, and that's exactly what the Bulldogs did on that night. Shots weren't falling very easily, but they're going to turn their attention to the 1-2 Spring Hill Broncos tonight and hope that the ball goes through the hoop a little easier tonight, and maybe they can get a victory without having to go right down to the wire. But they'll take a victory any way they can get it. Spring Hill opened the season with a 5-point win over Shawnee Heights. They have now lost back-to-back games against Lansing and Shawnee Mission South. The Broncos aren't coming into a place where they've had much success either. Spring Hill has won just one game in the last 17 tries against Baldwin since 2014. On the boys' side later on tonight, Baldwin looks to continue what's been their best start since 2016. Now winners of 3 straight games and coming off their best performance of the season in a 57-41 victory over Lewisburg. Baldwin looking to roll into the Christmas break with just their second win in the last 10 meetings with the Spring Hill Broncos, who entered tonight 0-2 with losses to Lansing and Metro Academy. It's their first 0-2 start since 2008 for Spring Hill. Home court has been nice to the Bulldogs so far this year, both girls and boys, 2-0 here in Baldwin. Tonight they look to keep it going against the visiting Spring Hill Broncos. More to come here on the pregame show right after this. You're watching Baldwin High School basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back into the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show, getting you set for Baldwin and Spring Hill tonight. It's the finale of the 2021 portion of this high school basketball season. The Bulldogs will be off until January 4th when they take a visit out to Tonganoxie for their first game back from the Christmas break. For Spring Hill, they still have one game remaining before the Christmas break. They'll play this coming Tuesday at home against Leavenworth before returning to action on January 4th as well with a road trip to Paola. So tonight we'll start out with our girls game, of course. Let's take a look at the opponent tonight, the Spring Hill Broncos, who are 1-2, coming off of back-to-back losses. They're averaging 37 points per game. They're giving up 43 points per game through 3 contests so far. Top player for Spring Hill is Jenna Weber, the 5'8 junior. She is certainly the most versatile player on this team. Can play inside, can play outside. We'll see her take and make shots from the perimeter, but she is able to get a rebound and take the ball to the floor herself. She can handle it, she can shoot it, she can post. So she's the toughest matchup for Spring Hill in this game, or for Baldwin in this game. But I think Baldwin will be up to the task to try to defend her. The good news is she's not one of those 5'10", 6-foot type post players. She's a good rebounder, but she's not one of those doublies or I'm trying to think who it was last ball game
right.
that really pounds the glass hard, and she is more of the savvy rebounder, not just the brunt force go and grab it type of rebounder, which has been probably the biggest trouble that Baldwin's faces girls like that, because they don't really have that type of girl.
Yeah, I mean, rebounding coming in, that's going to be one of the things that I'm looking at, because they've been getting out rebounded, especially on the defensive end, trying to clear that glass sometimes. So rebounding and then free throws is going to be the other thing I'm looking at. Free throw shooting has been pretty poor the last few games for the Bulldogs, so we'll try to turn that around tonight.
Down to just 56% as a team right now is Baldwin through their 4 games. Kate Milroy, the other girl on the Spring Hill team to keep an eye on, and certainly have to when she's on defense, because she is kind of like the guards we've seen for Baldwin, whether it be Riley Smith or whether it be Marin Frost, that are really disruptive in that full court pressure and like to come up with steals and take them the other way for 2 points. Well, that's Kate Milroy. She is a very good defender, only 5'1", but she's a little firecracker out there. I mean, she has a nonstop motor, so I have to be ready for that. It'll kind of be like looking in the mirror, I think, for Baldwin's guards when they see Milroy on the defensive side of the court here tonight. Not a ton of experience, though, outside of that. Brooke Powell is the other most experienced player, but she is on the injured list to start this season and not out there warming up tonight either. So it looks like the Broncos are going to be without her as well. And really it was those 3 that they brought back from last year's team. That was about all the significant experience. A couple other girls, Elena Farigon, Tessa Dawson, Kaylee Oakes, we all expect to start tonight. Saw minutes a year ago on the varsity floor, but none of them even close to the role that they occupy this season as starters for this Spring Hill team. So that's a look at the opponent there. Of course, when we look at what Baldwin's done so far this year, 2-2, coming off of a 1-point win over number 2 ranked Lewisburg. They allowed just 4 points in the fourth quarter to hand Lewisburg their first loss of the season. Ryan mentioned it. Free throws were a bit of an issue, 11 of 22 in that game. The good news about it is they got to the line a bunch, 22 attempts. That's a season high. The 11 makes was even a season high, despite being at only a 50% clip. And they only shot 2 of 11 from beyond the 3-point line, and which is a season low for made threes as well. They hadn't made fewer than 7 in a game. But despite all of that, they still found a way to win the ball game. So sometimes when you win an ugly one like that, it can almost do, I don't want to say more for a team's confidence, but it certainly can build some confidence for you to be like, look, we didn't have our best game. We still found a way to win this one. We're bound to play better, but now we know we can even win on a tough night.
Right. I mean, that was such a huge win for the Bulldogs, because you have to know that you can win even when the shots aren't going in from outside. They're a really good three-point shooting team, but sometimes you're just going to run into nights where they're not falling, and they did a really good job of being aggressive, getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line like we said. See if they can knock those in tonight and give them a little more advantage.
The top 3 scorers on the year for the Bulldogs, Carly Neufeld, Riley Smith, and Alyssa Reichert, who averaged 14, 10, and 9 respectively, all had season lows in the scoring department in that victory. But thankfully, a couple of girls off of the bench came to help kind of pick up the production in different ways. Marin Frost had 9 points in that game off of the bench for Baldwin and pulled down a career-best 6 rebounds. And Emma Kate Lang, also a big game off of the bench, pulling down a career-best 5 rebounds. So 9 points, 11 rebounds combined for those two off of the bench, and they certainly needed every one of them in a 1-point victory. So Bulldogs finding multiple ways to win ball games so far this year. They've won one where they just blitzed the opponent, scored 50 points, and forced 27 turnovers. That was the win over Anderson County. And then, of course, on Tuesday night, didn't make many shots, found a way to buckle down defensively late and make a couple of plays in the clutch to pick up their second victory. But tonight, they look to get over the 500 mark as they take on Spring Hill, a team they've had a lot of success against recently. They've won 16 of the last 17 matchups against the Spring Hill Broncos. That lone loss coming a little, actually a year and 1 day ago. 12-18 of 20 is the only Spring Hill win over Baldwin since 2014. So serious history. It's kind to the Broncos, or to the Bulldogs against the Broncos, but quite frankly, that's just a stat nerd thing that I like to look at because it has no bearing on what we're going to see here tonight in this game. A lot of the faces are different, especially on the Spring Hill side. Coming up, more of the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show. We'll take a look at tonight's starting lineup for you, and we are just moments away from the opening tip as well. Spring Hill in town to take on Baldwin tonight on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Back inside Baldwin Junior High School, site of tonight's Baldwin Spring Hill matchup, final game of the 2021 portion of the calendar year for the Baldwin Bulldogs, who look to climb above the 500 mark for the first time this season and look to hand Spring Hill their third consecutive loss. We're going to get to the starting lineups in just a moment, but I don't want to start them yet because I'm going to immediately be interrupted by the national anthem. So we'll step aside momentarily when we come back. Starters and the opening tip coming up right after this on your home for the Bulldogs, Baldwin Sports Live.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Well, they skipped the national anthem tonight, but that's all right. We're still back in time for the starting lineups for the Spring Hill Broncos. Kate Milroy, 5'1" senior. Coral Callan, a 5'4" senior, number 14 for the Broncos. Jenna Weber, a 5'8" junior, number 20. Lorelai Harris, 5'9" senior, number 25. And Kaylee Oakes, a 5'8" senior, number 35. The head coach is Clay Freegon, assisted by Alicia Von Stein, Jennifer Steckline, and Emily Redeker for the 1 and 2 Spring Hill Broncos. For the Baldwin Bulldogs, Marin Frost, 5'4" junior, number 1. Leads the team in rebounds actually right now. 4 boards per game with 5'4" junior, and 6 of them a career best in Tuesday night's victory. Carly Neufeld, 5'7" junior, the team's top scorer, number 2 for the Dogs. 14 points per game this year with a team high 10 3-pointers made as well. Alyssa Reichard, number 12, a 5'10" sophomore, third on the team at just under 9 points per game on the year. Isabel Harvey is a 5'9" senior, number 21, tied for second in rebounding and second on the team in assists. And Riley Smith, a 5'8" senior, number 22, the first team All-Frontier League guard from last year, averaging 10 points and a team best 2.5 assists per game this year. The head coach is Bob Martin. He's assisted by Eric Toot and Kara Lee. So that means it is also now time for our opening tip, which is brought to you by Baldwin City Recreation Commission. Join them for their summer baseball tour coming up July 22nd through the 29th. A week-long bus tour that includes 5 different big league games and a lot more on that trip as Alyssa Reichard makes the Bulldogs' first trip down the floor on the opening possession, good for 2 points. And Baldwin quickly leads it 2-zip, now forced the turnover. Neufeld the steal, but they get it right back. So on that bus tour, the summer baseball tour with BCRC, find all the details at baldwinrec.org. It is limited to the first 50 people who reserve their spot on the Ultimate Sports Fan Getaway. The summer baseball tour this July with Baldwin City Recreation Commission. Again, go online to baldwinrec.org for all the details. There's Riley Smith with the Bulldog rebound as Baldwin leads it 2-0 here, just underway. Bryce Kessler and Ryan Hilmer with you from Baldwin tonight. Isabel Harvey trying to work underneath against Oakes. Got kind of a little bit too far underneath the hoop. Harris clears it and back comes Spring Hill. Oakes, lefty for the right wing, swishes in a 3-pointer. Well, Kaylee Oakes puts Spring Hill in front 3-2 with that try. Neufeld trying to kick it out to Frost. Frost gets tripped up. Callan fell down to the floor, commits the foul. Her first, team's first, with 6:41 to go in the quarter. Early 3-2 lead for Spring Hill. 1-2 on the year. Baldwin 2-2 on the season. Baldwin averaging 46 a game, giving up 40 per night. Spring Hill averages 37 and allows 43 per game. Neufeld, top scorer on the team for Baldwin at 14 a game. Off the screen from Reichard, had a block from behind. Weber changed it down, gets the block shot. Lob underneath. Good catch inside by Harris. They bring it back out to Callan. She's off the mark on the long 2-point attempt. Milroy wins the race to that free ball underneath the hoop. A floater dropped through by Kaylee Oakes, who already has 5 for Spring Hill.
Yeah, Spring Hill doing a really good job on the offensive glass. We talked about it in the pregame. Bulldogs are going to have to get those defensive rebounds, finish out the defensive possession.
Early 3-point lead for Spring Hill on the road tonight. Second road game of the year for the Broncos. Lost their other one. That was on Monday, or check that Tuesday, against Shawnee Mission South. A 40-31 loss in that game for Spring Hill. A foul committed by Oaks, so has all 5 points. Now picks up an early foul as well for Spring Hill. To the bench goes Callan, and in for the Spring Hill Broncos comes Molly Murray. Smith thought about it, gives it up to Frost, bounce into Neufeld, and a foul committed by Weber. So now 3 already on Spring Hill. 3 different players that have committed the fouls, but starting to pick up some early calls against them with just 2 minutes and 15 seconds played.
Yeah, kind of the first part of the first quarter, you kind of feel out how the refs are going to call it. Looks like they're not going to allow very much banging inside. We've seen some previous games.
Reichard out to Neufeld. Smith kind of stumbling into the paint. Good ball movement back around to Frost. Wraps it to Smith. Now Reichard, a contested 3. Rebounded by Smith. Baldwin a second chance opportunity. Back up goes Smith. And it's cleared by Harris.
Spring Hill came out in a little 2-3 zone there. I think it might have surprised Baldwin a little bit.
Weber cut off at the block. Back up it comes to Murray and around to Milroy. Murray is open just inside of the three-point line and knocks down the open 2. A 7-0 run for Spring Hill after that opening possession bucket by Baldwin. Smith against Milroy. Draws the double team, gets it back to Frost. Now to the corner, Harvey. Neufeld wants a screen. Reichard sets it. And Carly will head to the free throw line. Forced the attack that time, working down that right lane line. A trip to the line for Carly Neufeld, coming up a 60% free throw shooter on the season. The foul is charged to Kaylee Oaks, so that's her second already. Oaks will come out of the game. In comes Sydney Boucher, a 5'9" freshman. And Neufeld 0 for 2. So again, Ryan, you talked about free throws and rebounding, and we've seen a couple of offensive rebounds and now a couple of missed free throws already.
Yeah, it's kind of weather the storm time right now. Like you said, 7-0 run for Spring Hill. You got to try to get a good defensive possession here, get the ball back, and try to chip away.
See if this press can maybe set up an easy bucket for him, but not going to yet as Weber gets out in front of the defense. Can't finish it, though, and it stays with Spring Hill. So there's a team offensive rebound for Spring Hill as they get another opportunity, up 7-2 with 4:20 to play in the first. Milroy lobs it in to Boucher. Works through a double team, can't hit it though, and it's Reichard who clears for Baldwin. In transition, up to Harvey on the left side, spins out.
It's really nice from Reichard though, grabbing the rebound, getting out in transition. Nice pass, just missed the layup.
Definitely one of the things about this Baldwin team is really any of the 5 that get the rebound are capable of taking off with it, which is what you need if you want to play in that fast tempo like Bob Martin wants to. A foul has been called. The officials had to talk about it for a moment. They charged the foul to Riley Smith. I think they were discussing whether it was
a shooting
before
foul
or after the shot. So the foul is on Smith, that we know, and it is the first team foul on Baldwin. Sideline inbound for Spring Hill. The Broncos on a 7-0 run, and now should be 9. Oh, nope, missed it. Murray had a great look right there, but can't complete the good pass in there by Harris. So Baldwin dodges a bullet there, and they remain down 7-2. And they can end this run. Oh, call away from the basketball. I think they called 3 seconds maybe?
I believe a timeout.
Oh, timeout, okay. So Bob Martin wants a 30-second timeout here, and they just don't quite seem to be in a good rhythm down there on the offensive side of the floor just yet, nearly a little more, I should say, than 4 minutes into this first quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have to get some more passing and cutting, some motion in their offense, maybe some screens to get Neufeld going. I like that drive off of the pick and roll that Neufeld had there to get those free throws. Unfortunately, just couldn't convert at the line, but that's what you got to do to open up some open three-point shots, put that ball on the ground and get to the rim.
Well, I'd love to say we haven't seen this before, but this starting a lot like the game on Tuesday night. Baldwin having a tough time getting the offense going, but of course we all know how that one ended. It ended with a 1-point victory at the end for Baldwin, so they're not going to be discouraged yet, but they would sure like to see a couple of balls go through the hoop here and get the offense going. Neufeld, capable of doing that, gives it off to Harvey. Now
Sorry, Bryce, it just seems like the energy level's low a little bit. They just need to see one go into the bucket, maybe a three-pointer, and kind of get their energy level up.
Instead, it's a turnover. As Kate Milroy brings it up inside, they go to Boucher. And that's a travel on Elena Freegon. Now we give it back over to Baldwin. And the Bulldogs make a change. In comes Carly Toot, 5'6" junior. 2 points, just under 4 rebounds a game on the year. She replaces Harvey. As I mentioned for Baldwin in that game against Lewisburg on Tuesday, the top 3 scorers on the team, Neufeld, Reichert, and Smith, all had season lows. For Neufeld, she only attempted 4 shots in the game, so that was part of the reason that she had a season low. Just didn't give any looks. Need to give her certainly more than 4 shot attempts in a game.
And there you go. That's what she's going to have to do consistently, is just drive by people, get to the rim, because they know that she's a really good shooter, and they're going to be out there face guarding her.
There's foul on Kate Milroy. It's her first, and the team's 5th already with 2:53 to go in the first quarter.
I say this is being called a lot tighter than the previous few games that the Bulldogs have played.
No question. Toot inside, blocked by Freegon. Freegon open to the right wing, catch and shoot 3. Off the front rim, and then on the battle for the rebound, a foul called against Spring Hill again.
That was a really good box out from Reichert. She's doing a really good job on that defensive glass so far.
So charge that one to Sydney Busher, and that is her first, team 6th. So Baldwin will be in the bonus the rest of the half.
To continue to be aggressive, take advantage of that.
Neufeld has been so far. A couple of drives from her have drawn fouls on Spring Hill. This ball kicked out of bounds. Carly, a 40% three-point shooter, but as Ryan, you mentioned, teams are certainly aware of that, and they are not letting her get easy looks. So Neufeld has gone to more of the drives. Hopefully that'll start opening up some more of those three-point looks. Maybe they need to back pick this zone or something to get her a look out there. There's a drive and kick, but quick closeout by Weber.
Spring Hill very active defensively, moving their feet, staying in front.
Smith for 3, long rebound. Riley gets it back. Frost, kick out to Toot. She has a wide open look and drills it.
This little driving kick there from Frost. I really like her ability to be kind of the point guard of this offense.
It ends a 7-0 run by Spring Hill. First points since the 7:48 mark of the quarter for Baldwin. And it's just Carly Toot's first three-pointer made this year. A foul on Carly Toot, committed as her first and the second team foul. Milroy and Busher check out for Spring Hill, and in comes Tessa Dawson and Addison Bond. It's Bond who has it now. Around it goes, inside to Dawson. Doubled in a bad spot, turns it over. Good defense, and then a foul committed, a frustration foul by Dawson, and that puts Neufeld back at the free throw line, as that's 17 fouls on Spring Hill with 1:42 to still play in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge for Baldwin. They're going to be shooting free throws the rest of this half. You want to be physical on defense, but without fouling.
Emma Kate Lang checks in now for the Bulldogs. Had a really good game Tuesday night. Pulled down a career-high 5 rebounds in the contest. Didn't score, but was certainly impactful in the minutes she played off the bench. So front end of the 1-and-1 for Neufeld is good. That's the other half of this, obviously. They are in good position, having already reached the bonus with nearly 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. But in order for that to really hurt Spring Hill, they've got to make their free throws, and Neufeld does just that. So we are tied at 7.
More importantly, lets them set up this press that they like to do so often off a make.
Weber seeing some of her versatility, can play inside, outside, and they like to have her bring the ball up against the press here. Bond, backdoor cut, finds Weber, lays it up and in, and a foul on Riley Smith to compound the matter. It's her second, and it also gives Weber a three-point opportunity.
Yeah, basically Spring Hill just running a basic flex offense, just getting a cross pick down on the low block and then a down screen. Nice little back cut that time.
Smith exits after her second foul, and Isabel Harvey replaces her. Kate Milroy returns for Spring Hill, replacing Tessa Dawson. 1:23 left to play in this first quarter. A 9-7 lead now for Spring Hill, and they make it 10-7 on the free throw by Jenna Weber. Bulldog turnover. And back comes Spring Hill. Nobody stops ball. Milroy takes it right in. Missed the layup, though. Baldwin fortunate there. Neufeld trying to create off the dribble. Now backs away. Nobody comes with her to guard her. Weber the rebound. Quickly up to Bond. That's travel, and it's headed back to Baldwin. Coral Callan returns for Spring Hill. 39 seconds left in the quarter. A 10-7 Spring Hill lead.
Spring Hill really mixing up their defense, going from man-to-man to a 2-3. Now looks like they're in an odd front zone, a little 3-2.
Trying to keep Baldwin off balance with 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Neufeld retreats back near midcourt. Baldwin looks content to settle for the final shot of the quarter. Neufeld trying to direct Lang into the corner, wants to get everybody out of there, but now we're down to 3 seconds. And Baldwin, after all of that, does not get a good look to close out the quarter. Frost kind of has to heave one up with a hand right in her face. After one, 10-7 Spring Hill on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back here on Baldwin Sports Live. It is the final game before the Christmas break for the Baldwin Bulldogs. And so far it's Spring Hill who leads this one after a quarter at 10-7. But Spring Hill in foul trouble. They've already put Baldwin in the bonus. We'll see if Baldwin can use that to their advantage in these final 8 minutes of the half. Spring Hill with the ball to start the quarter.
See Baldwin coming out a little more aggressive defensively, trying to force some turnovers.
You get the sense that it's going to take the defense to kind of jumpstart the offense.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe get some turnovers or maybe some bad shots and just get a run out on a fast break.
Harris, high pass underneath for Milroy. Spins into the paint, missed it off the heel. Harvey, can she hold on to it? She does. They're going to call a jump ball, though. It will go to Baldwin on the arrow. So Baldwin down by 3 with 7:19 to play in the second quarter. Game that they led 2-0, then trailed 7-2 before they answered with 5 straight to tie it at 7, and now back down by 3. One tie, one lead change in that first 8 minutes of action. Neufeld thought about the 3. Now Frost, little hop as she took off, gets caught, commits the 4th Baldwin turnover.
Yeah, just not enough penetration for me into that zone, just passing around the outside. Sometimes you got to get into the middle of that zone, make it collapse, and then you can kick it out for a wide open 3.
Baldwin continues to apply the pressure defensively, but Milroy, an experienced guard, senior guard for the Broncos, who's been a starter on this team now 3rd straight year. Not pressured by that full court press. A foul comes in on the drive by Weber. 2 shots coming up for Jenna Weber. Harvey and Reichert are both there. They've got to call this one, I would guess, on Frost, they say. Okay. So I mean, she must have reached in there that I didn't see, because I thought it was Reichert and Harvey that were both there defensive, but instead Marin Frost gets the foul.
Yeah, defensively, Baldwin just got to do a little better job communicating on those screens. They're just getting hit with the cross screens on a little flex cut and giving Spring Hill a lot of opportunities right at the rim.
The Broncos have taken advantage to a 5-point lead now, 12-7 after the free throws by Weber. This is the side they've got to try to solve this. They get it in the paint that time. Reichert falling down as she attempted the shot. Jenna Weber the rebound.
That's better, though. You got to get it in that high post area. That's where you got to initiate your zone offense from most of the time.
Murray on the backdoor cut, got it, but then throws it away, only to have Harvey step. Actually, they called it for a travel. She was trying to avoid going out of bounds, hopped. So, swap turnovers, give it back to Spring Hill as Marin Frost checks out and Riley Smith comes back in. So Smith back on the floor with 2 fouls. Oh, collision there as Harris caught the inbound pass, trying to go up in one motion and collided with Isabel Harvey. Harvey is going to be charged with her first foul, and that is the 15th foul on Baldwin with 6:14 left to play in the first half.
Kind of another choppy type game in terms of the pace, a lot of fouls, a lot of stoppages, but good news for the Bulldogs is they just won a game like this on Tuesday, so.
Last touched by Spring Hill. That's close. So Baldwin once again survives the defensive side with an 0 for 2 trip to the line there by Harris. So the deficit remains just 5. Baldwin has made just 2 shots from the field so far with 6 minutes to go in the first half. The other thing it seems like with Neufeld right now is every time they get it to the wing, she's catching it 3-4 feet beyond the arc.
Yeah.
And now they call 3-second violation against Baldwin. But perhaps just positioning thing too, maybe to try to get her some catches right around the arc instead of that 3 or 4 steps behind it. And she has the range to certainly make it from out there. Baldwin right now, they'll take anything offensively. Maybe this will help it. A defensive play, a steal by Reichert. Gets it up to Smith, back into Reichert. And Smith, little 2-man game back and forth, leads to a 3-pointer by Riley Smith.
That's beautiful basketball there from Smith and Reichert, just back and forth, a little give and go, wide open 3.
Just the 3rd made field goal for Baldwin. 2 of the 3, thankfully, have been 3s. So they trail by just 2 as Murray banks one in from straight away. 5 minutes to play in the half. 4-point lead for Spring Hill on the road. Back-to-back losses coming in for Spring Hill. Baldwin has alternated, a loss followed by a win, a loss followed by a win so far through their 4. And they have played all but one of their games have been right down to the wire. Both losses by just 4 points each. Their win on Tuesday, a single-point victory. And Carly Neufeld knocks down their third three-pointer of this first half.
A terrific ball movement on that possession, just working around the perimeter until you get a wide-open shot.
Runner by Callan does not draw iron, out of bounds. Baldwin basketball with 4:26 to play in the half. Back in comes Marin Frost for Baldwin, replaces Carly Toot. And for Spring Hill, Kaylee Oakes will return. She scored the first 5 points of the game for them before picking up a second foul, so she is back on, joined by Freegon and Busher, who check back in. Milroy and Murray remain on the floor for the Broncos. 14-13, Spring Hill up by 1. Baldwin has scored threes each of the last 2 trips down the floor, and this time they turn it over, though. Frost bounce pass into traffic. Gives it over to Spring Hill. Murray inside Busher. Doubled. Back out it goes to Murray. A foot on the line, and the 2-pointer rattles out. Offensive board for Busher. Back up she goes. Reichert clears it. Long pass up to Smith. Riley quick to attack on the right side, lays it in and puts Baldwin back in front at 15-14, and a chance to add one more at the free throw line for Riley Smith.
Yeah, I love that. That's perfect transition offense right there. You grab the ball, let the rebound, just get a quick outlet and push it up the floor. Nice job by Smith attacking early.
Second foul on Busher. It's only the 8th. I say only because they had 7 with nearly 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. So that's something Spring Hill has done, is cleaned up the fouls on the defensive side, but Baldwin is back in front for the first time since it was 2-0. Milroy's left-handed floater won't go. Loose ball, still loose. Neufeld down to the floor, wrapped up by Busher. Timeout, Baldwin. So they award Baldwin the timeout with Neufeld and Busher battling for that basketball. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here with 3:29 left to go in the first half. And Baldwin on top of Spring Hill, 15-14. 1 tie, 2 lead changes so far. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. If you're looking for a great job with a growing family-owned company headquartered right here in Baldwin City, then check out Rice Precision Manufacturing. Actively looking to fill positions for skilled CNC machinists and CNC operators. They offer excellent pay, competitive benefits packages, and a climate-controlled work environment with a friendly support staff that's dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Contact jobs at riceprecision.com to see how you can help join the team at Rice Precision Manufacturing. Tell them the team at Baldwin Sports Live sent you over to look to join their team. Here's Baldwin with the ball up by 1. 3.5 to go in the half.
Baldwin's offense has been much better this quarter than the first quarter. I'd still like to see him be a little more aggressive driving the ball in, but doing a good job working around the perimeter.
There goes Neufeld, floats it up and swishes it through. 7 points now from Carly Neufeld. Already one less than she had in the game against Lewisburg on Tuesday, so trying to get herself going in multiple ways.
I like that floater. I don't think I've seen that from her yet. That was a nice shot.
We've seen her score at the free throw line with the little floater there a moment ago. Knocked down a 3, which is what we've grown accustomed to seeing out of number 2 in white. That travel gives it over to Baldwin. 7th turnover on Spring Hill. And Baldwin now with their largest lead of this first half. It's 17-14. Reichert up to set a screen. Trying to open up Neufeld, who kicks to Smith. Bit strong in the three-point try. And Neufeld rips the rebound away for Baldwin. Collision to the paint, no call. Reichert, 8-footer off the left lane line. Misses, and it's off the hand of Baldwin's Isabel Harvey. So Spring Hill gets the possession back with 2:33 to go in the half. Bond and Dawson return for Spring Hill, and for Baldwin, Bailey Smith will check in for the first time. Sophomore guard replacing her older sister, Riley Smith. Milroy bounces it across the paint to Bond. Tough follow on the baseline. Out of bounds. Baldwin basketball with 2:18 to go in the half. Riley Smith with a very quick breather. Little offense for defense substitution perhaps, with Smith having 2 fouls. Bob Martin brings it right back in now that they go to the offensive end. Back to a man-to-man defense now for Spring Hill. That's one thing they've done very good in this first half, mixing up the defensive looks, confusing Baldwin a little bit perhaps. They get a turnover out of it this time. Weber coast to coast with it, lays it in. Baldwin still has the lead, but now just one. Frost lost it. Now it's back-to-back Baldwin turnovers. That's their sixth turnover of this quarter. Out to Weber in the corner for the lead for Spring Hill. Around and out, Busher offensive rebound and a putback. Another offensive rebound hurts the Bulldogs. So Bob Martin now has taken another timeout as he has gone through already 3 first-half timeouts. And with 1:29 to go in the half, it's Spring Hill back in front 18-17 on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
.129 left to play in the first half, and it's 18-17 Spring Hill. 1 tie, 3 lead changes in this first half. Spring Hill is led by as many as 5 on 2 different occasions. Baldwin's largest lead has been 3. Well, Baldwin with the ball. They've turned it over their last 2 possessions. 9 total in this first half. Nice set out of the timeout. And it's Smith that sets up Harvey for the deuce.
That was a great play out of a timeout. Just get into that high post, the elbow area, and nice little back cut. Getting an easy bucket.
First basket for Harvey, and it puts Baldwin back in front by 1, and now they'll have a chance to extend it as Milroy sails the pass over the head of Anderson Bond and out of bounds. Coral Callan checks in for Spring Hill, replaces Bond. 1:05 left in the half. Neufeld attacks Weber. Scoop shot won't go, and then Carly commits the foul. And that is her first, and the team's 6th foul with 49 seconds left to go in the first half. And Bailey Smith will come back in for Baldwin. Molly Murray and Lorelei Harris return for Spring Hill. Weber brings it up. Baldwin leads by 1. Down to 30 seconds left in the half. Weber isolated on the right side with Frost. Callan contested 3 off the heel, and rebound won by Weber. Clay Freegon will take a timeout for Spring Hill with 16.7 seconds left to play in our first half. Don't forget, fans, when the big play happens, you can get it sent right to your phone. Whenever something happens that you want a chance to archive on your phone, text Baldwin to 816-406-0051. Baldwin Sports Live is partnered with EZ Relic to give our viewers a chance to capture every moment of every game. Get the highlights sent right to your phone by texting Baldwin, 816-406-0051. It's free. Message and data rates to apply on your phone plan, but the process itself, the app, if you will, itself free. And you can go to ezrelic.com to learn more. You'll get a highlight clip of the last 20 seconds of game time from the time you send the text.
So here we go, big possession to end out this first half. See if you can go to the half with the lead. Surely Spring Hill holding for the last shot here.
Weber has it in her possession with down to 10 seconds. Floater misses. Neufeld a rebound. And a foul committed by Milroy. So a foul about 90 feet from the basket with 5 seconds to go in the half. That is certainly not the end result of that possession that Spring Hill was looking for. A missed shot and a foul. Now a chance for Neufeld at the line for another 1-and-1. That was the ninth. Check that. It was the 10th team foul, so that even makes it worse. Now it's a 2-shot foul for Neufeld. Okay, now they're going to change it to 1-1. I only had 9 written down, but they on the scoreboard had 10, and they were going to shoot 2. Now they've corrected it, so it is a 1-and-1 for Neufeld. She's going to make it. We're going to get 2 anyway.
No, way to go.
Darn it. Murray up to Milroy. Got it off in time, but it's short, and we have reached the half. Well, Baldwin leads for the first time this year at the half. They're 2-2 on the season after trailing all 4 games at halftime for the first time. Bob Martin will take his group into the locker room and discuss some halftime adjustments with a lead. It's a very slim lead, though. 19-18, Baldwin by 1 through 1 half here on Baldwin Sports Live. Coming up next, it's the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome in to the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by your Baldwin City Farm Bureau agent Kelly Neufeld, there to help you protect what matters most. That's Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting. See how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. Perhaps the recent windstorm that came through, you might need to talk to Kelly and his team. I actually did, and I'm not just making that up, but I actually did have to talk to Kelly and his team. Car has a nice little dent in it thanks to the wind damage. Not because of the wind, but because of the stuff that the wind flew around.
Yeah.
All right, 19-18, our score here at halftime. It is Baldwin on top by 1. First time this year that Baldwin has led at the break. They have not let that stop them from winning a couple of games so far, though. 2-2 on the year, and now going to play with a halftime lead, albeit just a 1-point lead. And Ryan, first quarter certainly struggled offensively, but it did look like they started to get a little better rhythm, a little more movement, both ball and player movement in that second quarter offensively, and things started to open up a little bit.
Yeah, I think rhythm's the right word for it. They just looked discombobulated a little bit, kind of just moving the ball around, waiting for somebody to make a play and not showing that individual aggression. I'd like to see just every one of the players be a little more aggressive, take it to the basket, because the way the officials are calling this game, I don't want to say it's ticky-tack, but they're calling a lot of fouls. So you get to the basket, you're probably going to get to the line and maybe get a chance for some free ones.
Well, and to your point, Baldwin was in the bonus with a little under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. The problem is they only shot 2 free throws the rest of the way. The final 10 minutes of the first half, they shot just 2 free throws despite Spring Hill being in that kind of foul trouble, so didn't really take advantage of that opportunity that was there. And a lot of that's because in order to get the foul, they can give credit Spring Hill a little bit. I think they made some adjustments and realized, okay, we've got to back off a little bit here. We can't be so aggressive. But at the same time, Baldwin didn't really force the issue maybe as much as you'd like to see him with that foul issue.
Yeah, I mean, you got to credit Spring Hill. Like you said, they went to a zone there. Changed it up 2-3, 3-2 zones, try to back off a little bit, and that kind of just made Baldwin a little less aggressive going towards the basket. But they did a good job overall. I mean, it was a good half. Like we said in the pregame, it's a big game going into that Christmas break. You don't want to be sitting on a loss for 3 weeks or 2 weeks going into that next one.
Yeah, Baldwin trying to climb above the 500 mark for the first time this season after opening the year with a loss. They've alternated wins and losses ever since, so sit at 2-2. Spring Hill, they have lost back-to-back games. They're just 1-2 on the year. We'll run down the first half numbers for you and more right after this. Word from Farm Bureau here as we're inside the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. 19-18, Baldwin leads Spring Hill by 1.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
19-18, our halftime score here in Baldwin tonight. The Baldwin Bulldogs leading the Spring Hill Broncos by 1. Spring Hill with a slight edge on the glass right now, an 11-10 rebounding advantage for Spring Hill. It feels like their 11 have been a little more impactful maybe than the 10 from Baldwin, but so far trying to hold their own there. Baldwin 3 assists, Spring Hill 2. Baldwin's knocked down 3 threes. Spring Hill has made just 1 from beyond the arc. Spring Hill 3 of 5 at the free throw line. Baldwin just 2 out of 6. And turnovers pretty even. Spring Hill with 8, Baldwin with 9 through one half of basketball so far. Spring Hill's leading scorer is Jenna Weber. We talked about her in the open as their top player, and she has been that so far. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Kaylee Oakes got out to a great start for the Broncos, scored their first 5 points, then picked up a second foul in that first quarter and did come back briefly at the end of the second quarter, but did not add anything more to her line. Just 5 points, no rebounds so far. Sydney Busher with 2 points. Molly Murray with 4 points to round out the scoring for Spring Hill. Weber and Busher tied with the team lead with 3 rebounds each, and nobody with more than 1 assist for Spring Hill. For Baldwin, leading scorer in the first half was Carly Neufeld, who had, in fact, Riley Smith, I guess, as well. They each had 7, so 14 of the 19 come from the top 2 scorers on the year, Neufeld and Smith, 7 apiece. And the rest of the scoring, Carly Toot with 3, Alyssa Reichard and Isabel Harvey each with 2. Reichard's the team's leading rebounder through one half with 4 first-half boards. Riley Smith added 3. And Marin Frost with 2 assists leads the Bulldogs in that category. 19-18, Baldwin leads it by 1. We'll see if they can close it out and get to 3-2 on the year as we close out the pre-Christmas portion of their schedule here tonight against Spring Hill. 19-18, you've been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by your Farm Bureau financial agent, Kelly Neufeld, there to help you in your insurance, investment, and wealth management needs. Go see Kelly and his team in downtown Baldwin City to sit down and discuss your financial well-being and how Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you out. It's your future. Let's protect it. Second half starts next here on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back to Baldwin Sports Live from Baldwin tonight. Baldwin hosting Spring Hill in the final game before the Christmas break. Baldwin back in action following the break on January 4th with a visit to Tonganoxie. And that week on Friday, the 7th, they'll host Piper. Spring Hill will start the second half with the ball, trailing by 1. We had 1 tie and 4 lead changes in the first 16 minutes tonight. Kate Milroy in possession of the ball for the Broncos. Did not score in the first half. Their point guard goes inside to Oakes and a push on Harvey. For a second there, I didn't think they were going to call that, and I was thinking, man, after what we had in how they called it the first half, surely can't get away with that one, and Harvey didn't. It's her second. Inbound to Weber from the corner. Rebounded by Neufeld. Carly pushes it up to Smith. They've each scored 7 points in this game. Ooh, that's a tough shot there. Probably not the shot Baldwin wanted. Contested 3 from a couple of steps beyond the arc after just not even 1 pass in the front court.
Yeah, it's all right. Get a chance to set up the press, though, I guess. That's the only positive from that. It'll look like they'll back off a little bit, soft play this. I like the way Baldwin does it. A lot of times they'll kind of soft play it and let you go down to that corner, that short corner, and then they'll trap you down there, and then you're in a whole bunch of trouble.
Good pressure on the ball there by Frost, but Callan able to get rid of it. Finds Weber, and Jenna Weber adds to her game high now with 9 points, and it puts Spring Hill back in front, 20-19. Frost has a good look on the left wing. In and out it goes. Milroy the rebound.
Really like that, though, initiating the offense from the high post. Talked about it a little in the first half.
Now Callan, deep 2 on the money for Coral Callan. Her first bucket, and it's 22-19 with 6:45 to play third quarter. Harvey down on the block. Reichert comes up high post. Frost trying to figure out a way to get it in there. Does to Harvey. Brings it back out to Neufeld. Reichert has it blocked, but a foul is called. And it looks like Weber is who the official was pointing at as the culprit. That's her second. And the first team foul in the second half with 6:20 to go in the third quarter. And it puts Alyssa Reichert at the free throw line for Baldwin. 2 shots coming up. Reichert knocks down the first, makes her 6 out of 9 at the free throw line on the young season. Does not get the roll on the second freebie. 22-20. Callan just made the long two, decides to try the three, and gets the same result. And that will force Bob Martin to use already his second to last timeout of this ball game. 25-20. Spring Hill up by 5 with 6:06 to play in the third. You're watching Baldwin basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
.606 to play third quarter, 25-20. Spring Hill on top by 5 as the Broncos have come out and outscored Baldwin 7-1 in the opening 2 minutes of the second half. It was a 19-18 Baldwin lead at the break, but now a 5-point Spring Hill lead. Last 5 all coming from Coral Callan. Trying to bounce it into Reichert. It's kicked by Milroy. Possession remains with Spring Hill, or with the Baldwin, I should say, with 5:48 to go in the third.
Once again, the Broncos continue to mix up their defense, kind of keeping the Bulldogs guessing.
Near turnover, knocked out by Milroy. Frost goes baseline, tries to wrap the pass back out to Reichert. Falling over, gets rid of it. Around to Smith. Good look on the left wing, off the heel. A tie-up and a possession arrow will keep it with Baldwin. And Baldwin already down to just one timeout remaining in this ball game with 5.5 to play third quarter. Bob Martin used 3 in the first half. And a quick one again in the second half. Frost in the corner. Three-pointer on the mark for Marin Frost. She hit the big 3 in the game on Tuesday night to tie it with a minute to play. Baldwin ended up winning on a Riley Smith free throw then with 1 second to go. An offensive rebound by Milroy sets up Oakes for the chance, and she'll have to earn him at the free throw line as Isabel Harvey picks up her third foul.
It's really nice from Milroy. Probably smallest girl on the floor, grabbing the rebound, and nice little pass there for a layup.
Last year, Milroy was the second leading rebounder for Spring Hill despite her 5'1" stature. Oakes makes it 26-23 Spring Hill as Baldwin will take Harvey out of the lineup after her third foul, and in comes Carly Toot for her. Four-point Spring Hill lead, 5 minutes and change to go, third quarter. Neufeld blocked by Weber. Quickly up the floor come the Broncos. Weber, top of the key, good look, off right iron. Murray saves it back to Reichert. Bulldogs chance to run. Smith crosses over, spins back to the right, but missed the layup.
A nice move, though.
Milroy pushes it back the other way, has it kicked out of bounds by Baldwin.
I just think that pace right there, up and down, it favors the Bulldogs as they can get this game going a little more up-tempo.
Okay, free for a moment, but now Murray missing the shot, but Oakes puts it back.
Yeah, Baldwin kind of falling into that trap of turning and looking at the shot when it goes up, not getting a body on everybody.
Toot made her first 3 of the year back in the first half. She now has a second.
Similar to that Burlington game, you're making up for mistakes by good shooting from the outside here lately.
Well, that has been the equalizer tonight for Baldwin. Their three-point shooting. They have made 5 threes. Just 2 the other way for Spring Hill. 29-26 with just under 4 to go in the third. Emma Kate Lang checks back in. Didn't play a whole lot in the first half. Good rebounder off of the bench for the Bulldogs. Replaces Reichert.
I say Reichert's done a good job. I like that substitution, bringing Lang in. Like you said, good rebounder.
Over and back called against Spring Hill. And
I think that might have been tipped.
Yeah, well, and even if it was tipped by Spring Hill, they have to establish possession on an inbound play. So even if it tipped off of a Spring Hill player, it could still go into the backcourt if they never establish possession of the basketball.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That was an inbound. You're right. That's what they're discussing here.
Because it definitely got touched in the front court, but I don't know if there was ever any possession established. And after the discussion, the officials are going to go with that call.
Tough break for Baldwin, probably the right call in the end.
Yeah. So Spring Hill keeps it, and they also lead by 3 with just under 4 to go in the third. Busher does not take the 3. Now it comes back to Oakes, who drained a 3 in the first half. Drives this time. Too strong with it. Rebounded by Baldwin's Marin Frost. Neufeld open on the wing and swishes it in. Neufeld into double figures tonight with 10, and she has tied the game at 29 with a little more than 3 to play in the third quarter.
Tell you what, when they start dropping for the Bulldogs, they start dropping in bunches. When it rains, it pours.
6 made threes. A plus 12 scoring advantage right now from beyond the three-point arc for Baldwin tonight. Timeout taken by Spring Hill. 2:58 left to play in the third, and we're knotted up 29 apiece on your home for Bulldog basketball. Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
.258 to play third quarter. Spring Hill and Baldwin knotted up 29 apiece in a game that's had 2 ties, 5 lead changes. It's been close throughout. Baldwin's largest lead has been just 3 points, and Spring Hill's largest lead has been 6 points. Spring Hill has the basketball coming out of the timeout. That 6-point lead for Spring Hill, their largest lead, was just moments ago before back-to-back three-pointers from Baldwin, coming from Carly Toot and Carly Toot and Carly Neufeld. We're tied now as Milroy has it for Spring Hill. Weber on the bench right now. She has been their top scorer, but Oakes, who takes the drive there, has been good on offense as well with 9 points tonight. She'll have a chance to reach the double-digit mark at the free throw line as the foul is charged to Baldwin's Marin Frost, her second and the team's third. 2 shots for Oakes coming up, and the first free throw rattles off, no good. 2 out of 3 at the charity stripe tonight for Kaylee Oakes, the team 5 out of 8. And now Weber returns for Spring Hill. 2:45 to go in the third. Spring Hill back up by 1, 30-29. Around the horn it goes over to Smith. Frost bounces it inside and past Lang. It was kicked though, so it stays with Baldwin. 2:26 left to go in the third. Up top, Neufeld. Works to her left. Tipped out of bounds, and it again stays with Baldwin. Neufeld triple teamed. Out to Frost. Back to Carly. Clock down to 2 minutes left to play, third quarter. Quickly around. Neufeld's open to the corner. Smith wanted to go there, was losing her footing, and a foul is called to help bail her out there on Spring Hill. Just the second on the Broncos. And it is on Kaylee Oakes, though. That is her third. Oakes out of the game she goes. Back in Lorelei Harris. Smith, tough three with defenders closing out, but a backside rebound by Neufeld. Again, Neufeld on the glass. And a foul called on Spring Hill. 2 shots coming up for Carly Neufeld, and she was doing good work on the glass there to keep the possession going for Baldwin. The foul is charged to Addison Bond, her first, team's third.
That was a really good, really long possession for Baldwin, being really patient, working around trying to get a good shot.
Neufeld 2 out of 6 only at the free throw line in this game. We'll check that 2 out of 5. Now if that make 3 for 6 at the line, 11 points. She's the top scorer in the game for Baldwin. And now gives the Bulldogs the lead back.
Much better at the free throw line tonight from the Bulldogs. Close games, those are the points that you want at the end. Don't want to look back and see you missed, double-digit free throws. That's never good.
Reichert and Bailey Smith check back in for Baldwin as the Bulldogs have retaken a 1-point lead. Foul is called. Hand check. Well, arm bar maybe there on Baldwin is on Bailey Smith. It's her first, team's fourth. 1:32 left to play in the third. And 2 ties, 2 lead changes alone in this quarter. Free gone underneath.
Another little flex cut there from Spring Hill, doing a really good job executing their man offense.
Puts the Broncos back up by 1. Neufeld high arcing 3 from the wing. Foul on Reichert as she was trying to collect an offensive rebound. Instead commits her first foul on the team's 5th with 1:09 to go in the third quarter. Kaylee Oakes back in. She comes for Spring Hill. Full court pressure by Baldwin. Milroy brings it across the timeline. Regon trying to force it in to Harris, knocked out of bounds by Baldwin with 51 seconds to play in the quarter. Catch and shoot on the inbound. Harris, no, didn't seem like she was even being guarded there.
Just not great communication on the inbounds play there for Baldwin. Those are those little plays in a close game that can swing the balance.
And it puts Spring Hill up by 3 here in the closing seconds of the third quarter. Baldwin has knocked down 6 threes compared to just 2 for Spring Hill to help equalize that scoreboard a little bit. And now Riley Smith with the ball on her hip holding out for the final look of the quarter.
See what time they start to initiate their play here.
Down to under 10 seconds, and here she goes. Smith with 3. Baseline drive, off the window and in. They execute it to perfection, scoring at the buzzer. And they have closed the gap to 1, but Spring Hill goes from down 1 to up 1 in that third quarter. We go to the fourth in another tie ball game. Baldwin and Spring Hill, 34-33 Broncos on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
34-33, Spring Hill up by 1, and the Broncos have the basketball as we start the final quarter here in Baldwin tonight. The battle of the 1-2 Spring Hill Broncos, the 2-2 Baldwin Bulldogs. Final game before the Christmas break for Baldwin. Spring Hill plays one more on Tuesday this upcoming week. They'll host Leavenworth in that game. Close game throughout. Inside the ball goes to Oaks, and then she tried to send it back out to Callan, but throws it into the Spring Hill bench for a Bronco turnover. 34-33 Spring Hill. 3 ties, 7 lead changes tonight, and it's all been played within a 9-point window. A 3-point lead for Baldwin, a 9-point lead for, or excuse me, a 6-point lead for Spring Hill, the largest leads for the two sides respectively. Reichert finds Smith open on the wing. Missed everything though. Pretty good look. Just didn't get it to go.
Yeah, it was a good look. Good offense for Baldwin. Working it around, getting some penetration, kick out. Sometimes the shot just doesn't fall.
Another low scoring, grinded out ball game for Baldwin. They won a game like this on Tuesday night, defeating at the time 3-0 number 2 ranked Lewisburg. 35-34 victory in that one. This is Isabel Harvey committing her 4th personal foul as she was trying to keep that ball from getting into Kaylee Oaks, but called the foul from behind. She will exit the lineup as Carly Toot comes back in with 6:53 to play in the 4th quarter in a 1-point game.
Spring Hill does a really good job cutting hard, cutting to the basket, and really, if you catch the defense off guard, and now you're going to pick up a lot of fouls.
Milroy from the corner. Works it all the way around and gets to the left lane line and then misses the layup. But a foul will put Milroy at the line for 2 shots. The foul is the 3rd on Marin Frost. 7th team foul, so Spring Hill in the bonus the rest of the way. First point of the game for Kate Milroy, who has 4 boards and 3 assists on her night.
See if Baldwin can get some good motion going. I like when they start their offense from the high post there.
Leads to a pass to Reichert. Back out to Smith. Close shot attempt, but left it a bit short. Weber the rebound. Three-point Spring Hill lead underneath to Callan. Quickly out to Oaks on the wing. Harris chases down the long rebound, knocked out of her hands and out of bounds by Neufeld. Reichert a little lost in the traffic, gets out there on Harris. Now Oaks hits Harris in the side of the face, it looked like, and they turn it over. A chance to run for Baldwin. Neufeld keeps it herself, has it blocked by Weber. Another big defensive play by Jenna Weber, who now gets it in transition. Trying to go backside with it, but it's deflected out by Reichert. Good hustle by Alyssa. Getting back down the floor to stop the transition opportunity for Spring Hill.
Yeah, it was tough in transition down the other way. Kind of had a 3-on-1 there. I would have liked to see maybe a little bounce pass from Neufeld there for a layup, but I don't mind the aggression.
Dawson and Busher check back in. Inbound pass to Weber. She was falling away as she tried to put that one up off the glass. A foul committed then on the rebound as Sydney Busher will head to the free throw line after collecting her 5th rebound. I think at least 2, if not 3 of those 5 have been on the offensive glass. The foul is the 2nd on Reichert.
Yeah, he picked up that foul well before the whistle blew, just getting out position down low. Can't go over the back.
Run into the 1-and-1 is missed. So Baldwin has it. Down by 3 with 5.5 to go. Smith trying to bully her way into the paint. Now to Reichert. Just inside of the elbow, missed it. Weber with another rebound. She has a half dozen boards in the game. Callan needs some help. Goes underneath to Busher. Fouled by Frost, and another trip to the line coming up for Sydney Busher.
It's going to have to start at the defensive end for the Bulldogs. That's where they really get a lot of their energy from. If they can get some turnovers, the Broncos, and maybe get out and run.
Now 4 fouls on Frost.
I was going to say a couple girls now with 4 fouls.
Frost and Harvey each with 4. A pair of starters for Baldwin as Bond checks back in for Spring Hill, and Bailey Smith returns for Baldwin.
Spring Hill some credit too. They're making their free throws down the stretch here, not letting the Bulldogs get back in it.
One of 2 for Busher. Baldwin down by 4. Bulldogs have not scored yet in this 4th quarter. Played 3 minutes in the period. Ooh, jump ball is called. Possession keeps it with Baldwin. Toot will inbound on the sideline. Baldwin hungry for a bucket. Points of some kind, any kind. This is Reichert. Out to Neufeld. Good kick out. Neufeld after the shot fake. Went to drive, but they call her for a travel. And Baldwin turns it over with 4:56 to play in the ball game.
I've noticed Neufeld sometimes can fall into that trap of just kind of that little jump step. You're pump faking. Got to get your feet right as the ball's on the way to you.
So Spring Hill with a 4-point lead in the basketball. They've not been able to separate. Baldwin seems to always hit a 3-pointer just when you think they're pulling away. Spring Hill, that is. But Carly Toot with a rebound here, and we'll see if perhaps one of those threes will fall this time down for Baldwin. Good ball moving up top to Neufeld. Carly on the drive, and she's fouled. 2 more free throws. It'll be the 8th and 9th attempts of the game for Neufeld, who has gone 4 for 6 at the line so far. Or check that, 4 for 7, I should say, at the line so far. And does knock down the first one. 13 points tonight for Neufeld, the lone player into double figures for Baldwin in this game. That's their first point of the 4th quarter. Elena Freegon checks in for Addison Bond in the Bronco lineup. Neufeld cuts it back down to a 2-point deficit. And never trail by more than 6, but have only led by as many as 3. Pass deflected by Reichard, stolen by Smith. Baldwin a chance to tie it up or perhaps even take a lead. Smith, drive, kick, Neufeld. Passes up on that attempt. They bring it around to Toot. Ball continues to work around. Now Toot catches it, right point, fires for 3 and hits it.
Big time 3 there from Toot. Nice ball movement from Baldwin. Take a late lead. This is pretty similar than to the last few games. A lot of close games lately.
8th lead change of the game on Carly Toot's 3rd three-pointer of the game. Hadn't made a single one on 8 attempts through 3 games. She's knocked down 3 of them in this one. And it has put Baldwin back in front, 38-37 with 3.5 to go in the 4th on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Baldwin once again in front, 38-37, 3.5 to go here in the 4th quarter, and a back-and-forth ball game between Baldwin and Spring Hill. 3 ties, 8 lead changes, and we just mentioned, just hit a 3. It seems like every time you're just ready to be like, oh, it's not happening for them tonight. Here they come, and they knock down a tray. They've hit 7 threes in the game now, a 7-2 advantage from beyond the arc for Baldwin, so a plus 15 scoring margin from beyond that three-point line, and it is certainly a big reason why the Bulldogs now are back in front by 1. Blocking foul is called on Baldwin's Carly Toot. That is her 2nd, and it's the 10th team foul, so that will send Spring Hill to the line for 2 shots now as they are into the double bonus with 3:21 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, that could be a big factor right there, being in the double bonus, Spring Hill, and not even 17 fouls for Spring Hill going the other way. So
Spring Hill still has 2 fouls to give on the defensive side for them, and they have started to slip a little bit at the line, though. Just 3 of their last 6. That's all here in this 4th quarter. 3 of 6 at the line. 9 for 15 on the ball game, and now the 2nd free throw by Busher is another miss, and rebounded by Neufeld. Baldwin pulls out of their 1-point lead with 3 and change to go. Tough time for a turnover, though. Spring Hill comes back the other way. Milroy to Callan, open. She's knocked down a couple of open shots tonight. Doesn't get that one, but able to follow the shot and get her own rebound. Try it again. In and out this time. Closer, but Busher cleans it up, and an and 1 for Sydney Busher, who now has a half dozen rebounds to go along with 5 points, and making Baldwin pay for not keeping her off the glass.
yeah, if you're Riker down there, it's not just her, but you got to do your work early, kind of try to dig those girls out of the lane, kind of push them out, box them out. Just getting really good position down there.
It's the 3rd foul on Alyssa Reichard. It puts Spring Hill back in front 39-38. And a free throw attempt coming up by Sydney Busher to extend that to 2, but does not. Misses the free throw attempt.
That's the good news, is Spring Hill starting to miss their free throws. Really leaves the door open for Baldwin.
Just 3 out of 8 at the line in the 4th quarter now is Spring Hill.
Can't continue to turn the ball over and just rely on a timely 3, though. It's not a recipe for... Oof. You needed that shot right there.
Yeah, tough drive there by Smith. Can't get a scoop shot to go, and it stays a 1-point lead for Spring Hill, but then the Broncos turn it over. Stolen by Riley Smith, and now back come the Bulldogs. Corner for two. Up top, Neufeld.
Just thought about it.
Yeah, again, they're kind of a little deep, I think. Around they go. This time, Neufeld does pull the trigger. Long rebound. Riley Smith has it, and she's fouled by Milroy.
Tremendous hustle from Riley Smith. She read that shot. She seen it was going to go off the back of the rim. Got to that spot, beat Broncos to it.
Just the 15th foul on Spring Hill, so they still have one more to give with 1:55 to play. Kaylee Oakes and Molly Murray come back in for Spring Hill. And Carly Toot back in there for Baldwin. Marion Frost, I should say. Toot to inbound on the sideline. Baldwin down by one. Trying to take the lead and give us our 10th lead change of the ball game. Smith at the high post. Good idea. Took a couple of bounces though to get to Toot, who ends up on the floor, tripped up by Murray, and a foul. No, they're going to call a jump ball, and the possession arrow gives it to Spring Hill. Bailey Smith back in for Frost in the Baldwin lineup. Milroy back in, replacing Callan in the Spring Hill lineup. 1:45 to go. Another game coming right down to the wire for the Baldwin Bulldogs this year. The only game that hasn't come right down to the finish is their 50-19 win over Anderson County in the second game of the season. The other 3 games have been settled by a combined 9 points. 2 4-point losses and a 1-point win. Foul on Riley Smith there is her third. And that will send Jenna Weber to the line for 2 shots. Again, in the double bonus, but they have gone 9 of 17 only at the free throw line tonight.
Say you don't want to foul 30 feet from the basket, but the way Spring Hill's been shooting free throws, might not be the worst play in the world.
Now Weber was one of them that was making them. She was 3 for 3, but the missed free throw starting to rub off on everybody now as Weber missed the first, and now she'll have a second free throw attempt. Substitution going to come in first, though. Busher back in for Harris. So Weber with another free throw coming to try to make it a 2-point lead for Spring Hill. And can't do it.
Good box outs that time from Toot and Reichard.
So after the Neufeld rebound, Baldwin once again has a chance to take the lead, this time down. Into Reichard. 1:20 to go. Foul on the baseline. Frost will go to the line now for Baldwin.
The good news for Baldwin is they've been in a lot of these games, like I mentioned earlier, so a lot of experience playing in pressure situations like this.
And Frost heads to the line for the first time tonight. She's 3 of 5 on the year at the line. And the first of 2 foul shots is good for Frost. And we are now tied at 39. Second free throw for the lead. Right there from Marion Frost. So the free throw line has certainly shifted over to the favor of Baldwin. They struggled to start this game. They were 2 for 6 to start this game. They've gone 7 out of 8 since. And Spring Hill, who started 6 of 9, has gone 3 of 10 since. And it's now Baldwin in front by 1 with a little more than a minute to play.
And play good defense, move your feet without fouling here.
Smith trying to stay in front of Milroy. That's a tough task. Milroy can really scoot. Now Weber.
Really good minutes from Bailey Smith tonight, too.
Clock down underneath of 50 seconds to go. Clay Freegon says, let's go, let's move.
Let's save your Spring Hill. You're losing here. You want to get going here, not hold for the last shot or anything.
A timeout is called before the shot. No shot from Oakes. Clay Freegon had been trying to call a timeout for about 5 seconds.
I believe we got a foul call early.
No, they just called a timeout. Yep. Yeah, they just called a timeout, but that was one of those where you were trying, and then after they gave it to you, you're like, nope, never mind, I didn't want it. We made the shot. But the timeout is given to Spring Hill. That leaves the Broncos with one timeout. The Bulldogs also have one timeout remaining with 39.9 seconds left to play in this fourth quarter. Don't forget that a great local company is hiring. That is Rice Precision Manufacturing. They're a fast-growing family-owned company that specializes in CNC machining and fabrication of parts, components, and assemblies for a wide range of industries. You've got a manufacturing project that you might need some assistance with, shoot them an email, sales@riceprecision.com, to get more information on how they might be able to assist you, or check them out with an email to jobs@riceprecision.com if you're looking to join their team. Well, can you play some defense without fouling, or maybe you go ahead and just foul them, right? No.
Yeah, well,
joking, of course, but so far that's actually worked out for Baldwin, as Spring Hill has really got ice cold at the line. See if Baldwin can get a stop here.
The bread and butter, well.
Quick into Oaks. Wave it off. Wow. Wave it off. Offensive foul called on Kaylee Oaks. I was getting ready to call it an and one for her, but instead, no basket and a fourth foul on Kaylee Oaks.
I didn't see who took the charge, did you?
I did not either.
A heck of a play either way. Standing in there.
And now Baldwin will take their final timeout. Wow. So that certainly a swing of a call right there, with it looking like a chance for Spring Hill to go on top and a chance at the line to add to it. It ends up going the other way on an offensive foul. I'm going to go back here and check out the replay that only I can watch. Unfortunately, I can't play the replay for you, but we'll go back here and look at who it was that drew the charge. And it was Bailey Smith, who you mentioned has had a great game, statistically. No points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, but she's been involved in a lot of big plays. And right there, a huge play made by the sophomore Bailey Smith to draw that charge.
Yeah, she's played a lot more minutes than she's used to playing tonight, and she's really come through, especially defensively, moving her feet, staying in front of girls, and that time taking a huge charge.
So Baldwin has the basketball with 38.6 seconds to go. The Bulldogs are out of timeouts now, so that potentially could be significant if they find themselves in any type of a predicament with the ball here, trying to inbound or get caught in the backcourt. They do not have a timeout to bail themselves out. Inbound to Smith. Riley gets it across to Carly Toot, now into the front court with 33 seconds. Spring Hill knocks it loose. Callan forces the turnover. Baldwin has to race back and settle in defensively now with 25 seconds to go. Milroy slips it to Busher. Banks it in with 17 seconds to go.
No timeouts, you got to go.
Ball loose to the backcourt. Reichert down to the floor with it, and
we got a foul call.
Is called. A foul called on Spring Hill with 9 seconds to go.
This is going to be a 1-and-1, though. That's big. You got to make this front end, obviously, to tie the game up.
So Baldwin was in all kinds of trouble with no timeouts on the floor in the backcourt, but a push called on Jenna Weber. And we walk to the other end of the floor for a huge 1-and-1 coming up for Alyssa Reichert.
We'll see who gets into the rebounding. Toot's in there right now. You got to be aware it's a 1-and-1, though, if she misses this first one. It's going to be Riley Smith.
Reichert 1 of 2 at the line of the game. Front into the 1-and-1, down by 1, and it stays down by 1. Rebounded by Weber, got a fouler, and Smith does with 7.2 to go.
That's right, there's still plenty of time left, 7.2. Even if she makes both of these, you're only down 3.
Yeah, excellent point. This is still going to be a one-possession game regardless, as long as you get the rebound.
Only problem, like you mentioned, no timeouts. You don't have time to draw something up.
Well, with 7, that's 7 seconds, when you just say it, seems like not a lot of time, but as you're going through it, there's still plenty of time to collect your thoughts once you get the ball inbound and get yourself into something here. But you're right, not going to have a chance to call a timeout and talk it over. Weber hits the first, now the second free throw, makes it a 3-point game.
So you got to get it out, go quick.
Obviously got to take a 3-2. Smith, shot it way too early. Rebounded by Busher, and that will end it. And there again, I think sometimes you feel like 7 seconds, you just feel like there's not very much time. It is a lot more time than you think. And Smith had it sped up a little bit in her mind and fired it up from half court with plenty of time to go, but unfortunately, another close game goes against the Bulldogs. They have lost 3 games this year now by a combined 11 points. 2 4-point losses and now a 3-point loss tonight. 43-40 your final. Spring Hill wins it to improve to 2-2, and Baldwin drops to 2-3 with the loss. We'll take a timeout, come back, and wrap things up on the girls' game for you in our post-game show, and then get you all set for the boys' game still to come here tonight on Baldwin Sports Live. Again, your final, Spring Hill 43, Baldwin 40 in Game 1.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back here on Baldwin Sports Live. Game 1 of our evening in the books. A 43-40 victory for Spring Hill. The Broncos come on the road and win it by 3 to improve to 2-2. Just their second win since 2014 over Baldwin. But their second now in the last 3 contests as Baldwin drops to 2-3 heading into the Christmas break, and they continue a alternating win-loss start to this season. They've opened the year with a 4-point loss, won by 31 in their second game, then lost again by 4, won by 1, and lose by 3. They have certainly had their fair share of close games so far, and unfortunately tonight, it didn't go their way in the end.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is a really tough one just any time of the year, but especially now going into the Christmas break. Now you got to sit on that for a few weeks before you come back in 2022, try to turn it around. But overall, I mean, that was another really good game from the girls at both sides. I mean, just really competitive, going back and forth, making a lot of good plays, and just unfortunately for the Bulldogs, didn't get it done in the end.
Spring Hill left the door open thanks to some shaky free throw shooting in this game. Weber did knock down a pair at the very end as Spring Hill ends up 11 of 21 at the free throw line, but they went through a really tough stretch where they went 1 out of 8 in the fourth quarter and kept the Bulldogs alive. And Baldwin hit a couple of big shots again from beyond the arc, made a couple of big defensive plays, took the lead at 40-39 with a little more than a minute to go, but that was the last time Baldwin would score as Spring Hill went ahead again at 41-40 on the bucket by Sydney Busher, and then 2 free throws by Weber close out a 43-40 Spring Hill victory after a game that saw 4 ties and 11 lead changes, but it was close throughout. Baldwin led by as many as 6. Spring Hill led, or excuse me, the other way around. Baldwin led by as many as just 3, and Spring Hill's largest lead was 6. It was close throughout, but Spring Hill in the end pulls it out 43-40. The victory there, 2-2. Baldwin now 2-3. Leading scorer for Spring Hill was Jenna Weber and Kaylee Oakes. They each had 10. Sydney Busher with 7, 5 from Coral Callan, 4 from Molly Murray, and 2 apiece from Milroy and Lorelei Harris. Weber's 8 rebounds paced the rebounding for Spring Hill, and Kate Milroy had 4 assists to lead the way there for the Broncos. For Baldwin, the only player in double figures tonight was Carly Neufeld, who was right on her season average of 14 points tonight. 9 points each from Carly Toot and Riley Smith. It's a career high 9 points from Carly Toot, who knocked down her first three-pointers of the season in this game. Riley Smith with the 9 points as well. Marin Frost with 5. Alyssa Reichard held to a season-low 3 points in this game. Isabel Harvey added 2 for the Bulldogs. Leading rebounder for Baldwin tonight was Alyssa Reichard and Carly Neufeld. They each pulled down 5 boards in the game. And the leading assist player was Marin Frost, who dished out 4 helpers in the contest for the Bulldogs. But it's a loss in the final column for Baldwin. They drop this one 43-40, and they will head into the Christmas break at 2-3, and will return to action on Tuesday, January 4th, with a road trip to Tonganoxie, which you can watch right here on Baldwin Sports Live. For Spring Hill, they are now 2-2, and they still have 1 game left before the break. They will play Tuesday this coming week, hosting Leavenworth, before they are then off until they return after the break against Paola on the road on January 4th. That wraps it up for game 1 of our doubleheader, but don't go anywhere. We've got more action to come. The boys' game is on tap next. 0-2 Spring Hill against 3-1 Baldwin. That is coming your way next. We'll run down the matchups to watch. Take a look at that boys' game right after this. 43-40, your final in the girls' game. Spring Hill, the victory over Baldwin here on Baldwin Sports Live tonight.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide, or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance, and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages, from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future, Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end, with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back as we get you set tonight for Game 2 of our doubleheader, as the Baldwin Bulldogs play host to the Spring Hill Broncos tonight. And it is a case of two teams in opposite directions to start this season. Spring Hill off to their worst start since 2008, the last time that the Broncos started a year 0-2. They haven't started 0-3 since 2006. But that's what they are up against tonight on the road against the Baldwin Bulldogs, who have had the opposite end of the spectrum to start this season. They are off to their best start since 2016 at 3-1, and they are looking for their first 4-game winning streak since January of 2014, when this senior class was fourth graders, the last time that the Bulldogs had a 4-game winning streak. But that's what they've got an opportunity to do here tonight, and this is a team, Ryan, that certainly has confidence right now, because they have now won 3 straight, and 2 of those 3 have been very close, right down to the wire. And the latest in that 3-game winning streak probably the best performance they've had all year in a 57-41 win on Tuesday night over Lewisburg.
Yeah, they got confidence, and as well they should. They played really well, looked like a really, really good basketball team. I was telling you, off the air that they look like they're going to be a really good team this year. They might have 3 guys right now that look like, to me, they'd be all league type players, but that long way to go, obviously, in the season. But yeah, they've been playing really well, and I like the experience of playing in some tight games and getting those wins from those games. And so we'll see what kind of game we got tonight.
Those 3 guys that Ryan mentioned, Caleb Carr averaging just under 19 points a game and 4.5 assists per game. Cole Mahaffey averaging 15.5 points, 7.5 boards, coming off of a 25.8 rebound night against Lewisburg. And Sam Darnell, who I like to call the Rodman game on Tuesday, no points, 13 rebounds.
Yep,
Loved it from
it.
Sam Darnell. And those 3 guys all playing some really good basketball right now for the Bulldogs. And, of course, it's not just those 3. I think the thing that most impresses me about this start for the Bulldogs is everybody not only has their role, because every team players have their role, but not every team do every player accept and embrace their role. And it feels like this team, they all know what their role is, love the role they have, and it creates a great team component, and that's what we've seen so far through 4 games.
Yeah, I think just everybody understands their game. I mean, you throw the other 2 starters, Zembecki and Prather, in there as well. They know their game. They know what they're capable of doing. And so everybody contributes that to the team, and it just looks beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. It's great basketball.
So 3-1 for Baldwin. Look for their first 4-game win streak since January of 2014 for Spring Hill. Off to an 0-2 start, and you really can't, it shouldn't be a surprise, I guess, because this is a team that lost a ton of production from a year ago. 7 players gone from last year's team. Top 3 scorers, top 3 rebounders, top 3 assist guys. In total, they lost 47.5 points, 16 rebounds, and 9.5 assists per game from the exodus of talent from last year's graduation that really put a big strain on this year's Spring Hill team. So Wes Book trying to get his guys in a groove here to get this new season rolling. He's got a couple of returners back. Luke Metcalf back from that team. Daniel Mitchell back from last year's team. Cameron Crotchett back from that team. And Reese Clowder, who played about a half a year for them before missing the rest of the season. Now he's back in this starting lineup for the Broncos. So they have some guys who have played some minutes, but not necessarily, as we talk about roles, not in the roles that they are now having to fulfill. And it's taken them a little bit to try and figure that out. We'll see at what point it starts to click for them. Baldwin certainly hoping that they can have something to say about it not being tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's always tough when you lose so much production from the year before. But, I mean, all that does is create opportunities for other guys to see what they got going forward here. It's always fun to see the new guys step up.
Well, we're excited for this one because, if anything, Baldwin basketball has told us this year, you're in for a good game. Every game has been good this year. They've all been exciting. So we're expecting another one tonight here in Baldwin. Spring Hill and Baldwin coming up in moments here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trendle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trendle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Baldwin and Spring Hill coming up in moments. It's time for your starting lineups in this ball game for the visitors from Spring Hill, Kansas, out of the Frontier League, Class 5A Spring Hill Broncos. Reese Clowder, 5'11 senior, number one, a slasher, distributing type point guard for the Broncos. Luke Metcalf, a 6'2 junior, number 11. Probably the guy that you look to be the top scorer and producer for the Broncos. Cameron Crotchett, a 6'3 senior, the best athlete on the glass for the Broncos. Daniel Mitchell, a 6'1 senior, guy that can stroke the three-pointer. And Skylar Dodson, a 6-foot sophomore for Westbrook, the head coach of the Broncos. We're going to get the national anthem now in front of the boys' game tonight instead of the girls' game. So we'll be back right after this for the Broncos or the Bulldog lineup and the opening tip here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
And we welcome you back again as we are just moments away from tonight's opening tip. Let's run down that starting lineup now for the Bulldogs. Game for Spring Hill. It's Clowder, Metcalf, Crotchett, Mitchell, and Dodson. And for the Bulldogs, same starting lineup they've had all year because why not? It's been working so far. 3-1 to start the season for Don Blanchett's crew. And his starters tonight, Joey Zimbecki, a 5'8 sophomore, averaging 5.5 points, 3.5 boards, 2.5 assists per game. Caleb Carr, 5'10 junior, the top scorer at just under 19 a game, leads the team at 4.5 assists per game as well. Cole Mahaffey, 6'4 senior, coming off a 25-point night against Lewisburg, averaging 15.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, second best of the team in both categories. Sam Darnell, 6'4 junior, the team's leading rebounder, pulling down just under 9 rebounds a game, scoring 4 points per game, and had 13 boards in the victory over Lewisburg on Tuesday night. And Devin Prather rounds out the lineup, a 5'11 senior, number 33, averaging 3.5 points and 6.5 rebounds. He's coming off a good game as well, 6 points, 6 rebounds in the win against Lewisburg. It was a season high, 6 points offensively for Prather. Don Blanchett is the head coach of the Bulldogs. He is assisted by Pete Carr, Johnny McDermott, and Levi Watts. But it's time now for tonight's opening tip, and that is brought to you by Baldwin City Recreation Commission. They are getting ready for their big summer baseball tour. You need to reserve your seat now so you don't miss out. It's limited to the first 50 people who reserve their spot on the Ultimate Sports Fan Getaway this summer, July 22nd through the 29th. Join BCRC in a week-long bus tour that includes 5 different big league games, a couple of minor league games, some stadium tours, some museum tours. It's all included in a tremendous opportunity to join BCRC on the road trip. All the details are available at baldwinrec.org, including the itinerary for the entire trip. Again, limited to the first 50 people who reserve their seats. So sign up today at baldwinrec.org for the summer baseball tour this July with Baldwin City Recreation Commission. Mahaffey and Crotchett step into the center circle. Buckle up because you have missed out on some exciting basketball if you haven't watched Baldwin yet this year. They are 3-1 with 4 really good ball games. Even the opening night loss to Paola was close throughout until Paola kind of pulled away in the end. But since then, it's been all victories for the Bulldogs. 3 straight wins over Anderson County, Burlington, and Lewisburg. Now trying to make it 4 in a row for the first time since 2014. Hand check called on Spring Hill on the opening possession of this game. We saw in the girls' game, Ryan, early on especially, a lot of early fouls called on some slight hand checks, some contact down on the perimeter, and right away we get one again here.
Yeah, these officials seem like early on they try to control the game a little bit and not let it get out of hand physically. But you can take advantage of that like Mahaffey has so far. Almost turn it over there. Nice job by Darnell.
So Darnell did not score at all in Tuesday night's victory. Pulled down 13 rebounds without a point. And tonight he opens the scoring. Sam Darnell makes it 2-0 Baldwin. Reese Clowder, by the way, the guilty party of that opening possession foul committed by Spring Hill. The Broncos now on the offensive side. They're averaging 48 points a game this year. 3 less than Baldwin. Clowder trying to get around Carr. Great defense by Carr. Forced the turnover. Bulldogs in transition. Prather collects it on the baseline. Darnell make it 2 in a row for the big man. You betcha. Sam Darnell with 4 early for the Bulldogs and headed to the line for a chance for a 5th.
Cutting, slashing his way through the lane on the way for an and one. Thought he might have got away with steps there, but maybe it was just me. Either way, great play from Darnell.
Zembecki on the assist, the foul to Skylar Dodson. And Darnell's free throw on the way and off the mark. Prather with an offensive rebound. Darnell again. How about it? A half dozen already for Sam Darnell and a timeout, Spring Hill.
Baldwin fired up early as they should be. Just great team play like we advertised before the game.
So who had Sam Darnell on their bingo card for the first 6 points of the game? Not that the guy can't score, but man, that is, you love to see the effort on the glass from Darnell, and you got to reward him with some points from now and then. And here he is, 6 points to start this game with 1 minute and 10 seconds gone.
And I mean, a great job from Prather as well on the offensive glass. Grabbing that and giving Darnell the opportunity. It's just what we talked about, playing together, playing as one unit, and putting your egos aside. Whoever gets it done, gets it done.
So an early timeout taken by Wes Book as his Broncos have fallen behind quickly, 6-0 on the road tonight in Baldwin against the 3-1 Bulldogs, who are off to their best start in 5 years. And now another turnover forced. Zembecki leads the break. Coast to coast, layup missed. Prather battling for the rebound, throws it back into play. But Clowder and Zembecki battling for it. Clowder is fouled by Zembecki. Great hustle, though. Right now, Bulldogs just seem to be playing at a little extra step than the opponent from Spring Hill so far.
Yeah, great energy to come out in this one for Baldwin. It's kind of something we didn't see from the girls. It came out a little bit flat and didn't have that energy, but the boys got all sorts of energy. They're playing like they're a good team and they know it.
Brady Kaiser and Chase Bond have checked in for Spring Hill. So an early timeout, early couple of substitutions. West Book still trying to just get this lineup figured out after losing so much talent from a year ago. Daniel Mitchell, he certainly can shoot it from out there. Got a good look there for 3, but unable to hit. Caleb Carr, the long rebound, and the Bulldogs look to add to an early 6-0 lead. Mahaffey, one-on-one, going to work against Metcalf. Got all the way in close, but then missed it. Darnell and Bond tie it up on the rebound. It will go to Spring Hill.
Nice work from Mahaffey, though, on the spin move, getting inside. Just couldn't get the little finger roll to drop. I like the aggression early from Mahaffey, though. If he attacks early, that really collapses the defense, and you can get some open looks for other guys.
Yeah, I think I'll take my chances with Mahaffey from 2 feet like that. You give him multiple of those looks, a lot more going to go in than what we just saw there that missed. 6-0 Baldwin. Spring Hill had a good look last time down from Mitchell, but didn't capitalize. Now Crotchett from the short corner, an air ball. Prather on the backside with the rebound for Baldwin. Now Carr, always in control of this Baldwin offense. Pick and roll, trying to go to Darnell, deflected out by Crotchett.
Nice play defensively by Crotchett there. Kind of jumping that little pass. I'd like to see Carr maybe bounce past that one into Darnell.
Mahaffey to inbound on the baseline. Baldwin up 6-0. All 6 coming from Sam Darnell. An illegal screen now against the Bulldogs. I think it's Prather. Let's see what they call here. And yes, it's on Devin Prather, his first. And Baldwin's second team foul here with 5:18 to go in the first quarter. Right now, Spring Hill, to me, kind of has the look of nobody who really wants to be the scorer.
Yeah. You can see they're kind of running that same flex offense that the girls ran, trying to get some open looks down low, but
Baldwin, they are not shy about shooting. You get an open look.
man,
Don Blanchett wants you firing it, and that's the confidence they're playing with offensively. Zembecki off the mark on that 3, and unfortunately, Devin Prather commits a second foul now. So you love the aggressiveness on the offensive glass, but now Prather has 2, so he has to sit down, and in comes Riker Grossner.
yeah, like I said, great aggressiveness, but sometimes you just got to know when you're beat, and if you out position, can't go over the back.
Grossner in off of the bench, averages 7.5 points, 2.5 rebounds. And that's Luke Metcalf, but looked like he rolled his ankle coming down after making that shot. He kind of hobbles back into the play, but trying to gut it out right now defensively, not at 100%. Does put Spring Hill on the board at least. Mahaffey trying to go to work against him, draws the foul. Ooh, no, I beg your pardon. Call for a travel, actually.
Tough call there, but you can kind of see the plan for the Bulldogs is to get the ball to Mahaffey, kind of get some isolation, and make that defense help out, because personally I don't think anybody on the Spring Hill team so far can guard Mahaffey one-on-one.
Well, the guy they've been trying to do it with just went back to the locker room to get a tape job on an ankle. Is Luke Metcalf, who's been the guy trying to guard Mahaffey, is now out. Reese Clowder has come back in. Zembecki on Clowder here. Clowder able to get around him and score it on the left side. And that is Clowder's game, which may cause an adjustment for Baldwin. Maybe don't guard him quite as tight because he is looking to penetrate. And now Sam Darnell adds another 2 to his line. He has all 8 for Baldwin. And the Bulldogs lead 8-4 with 3:45 to play in the first quarter.
Great touch on a little turnaround hook shot there from Darnell. Haven't seen that out of his repertoire yet either.
Defending on Crotchet. Nice up and under move by Cameron Crotchet. Gets the basket and a foul on Darnell. Up to a 4th team foul on the Bulldogs. Cameron Crotchet heads to the free throw line as Spring Hill weather that early storm. They are within 2, a chance to make it a 1-point game. Skylar Dodson checks in, replacing Brady Kaiser. The Crotchet free throw is on the mark. So 1-point game all of a sudden after it was 6-0 out of the gates for Baldwin.
I give Spring Hill a lot of credit coming out early there. It seemed like it was going to be a runaway game for Baldwin, but fought back. Another basket from Darnell there.
Right back to the well they go. All 10 have come from Sam Darnell. It's his first double-digit scoring game of the year, now in our 5th contest of the season, and he's done it in 5 minutes. Now a turnover. Zembecki up to Mahaffey, laying it in.
I love those types of plays. That's something that Baldwin can do a lot more of. Just get a turnover and get somebody out running on a run-out layup, easy bucket.
Lead back up to 5 after Spring Hill had trimmed it down to 1. Don't foul here, Darnell. Now
Nice
has it
job.
ripped out. Good job. Zembecki's quick hands forced the turnover. And Joey got a little tight underneath the basket there. Came to a jump stop a little late maybe. Clowder the rebound.
Great job digging down defensively, though, by Zembecki. And look at this from Carr.
Caleb Carr with another steal, averages 3 steals per game. Baldwin eventually, unfortunately, gives it right back. But, man, right now they have the defensive pressure of Baldwin is causing some fits for Spring Hill out on the perimeter.
Yeah, I love it. Continue that pressure. So they got enough guys. They're not a very deep team, Baldwin, but they got enough guys to rotate in.
One of those now coming in, Caden Englert. 6'2 junior. Just 2 points out of the bench for Baldwin. Replaces Zimbecki. 2:24 to go in the quarter. 12-7 Baldwin. Look at Carr just trying to knock it loose from Dodson. Now Kaiser back to Mitchell. Fires from the right wing. He's gotten a little bit closer on each of his successive three-point attempts, but still yet to dial one up. Darnell with a rebound. Mahaffey trying to get downhill around the corner. Leans in to an 8-footer off left iron. Got his own rebound. Back up it goes, and that one falls out as well.
Mahaffey maybe forcing the issue a little bit, but still great hustle for getting your own rebound there.
Mitchell, another attempt from that right wing. Saved into the arms of Darnell. Carr pushes it up. Baldwin leads by 5. Caleb shakes, kicks. Now Mahaffey off the screen by Carr. Foul line, pull up on the right elbow is on the money. 14-7 Baldwin. 1:20 to go in the first quarter. Dodson gets around Carr, kicks it to Crotchet. Back up Dodson from straight away, rattles out the 3, and Riker Grossner is there to collect it for Baldwin. Carr down the lane line, wide open for him. Just opened wide up as he came around that corner. And with under a minute to play in the quarter, Baldwin has extended the lead to a game-high 9 points.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Spring Hill try some zone out here later in the game because it looks like just can't guard Baldwin man-to-man.
Three-pointer off the heel, another rebound for Darnell. How about a first quarter for Sam Darnell? Got stripped that time, going to the rack with it. 10 points, 4 boards already for Darnell. Mitchell this time just inside of the arc, and it falls through. It wanted to come out. Rattles around, falls through. First bucket for Daniel Mitchell, the senior for Spring Hill, makes it 16-9 with 20 seconds to go, and now Carr will walk it up the floor and hold out for the final shot attempt of the period.
Yeah, if they can get a good shot here, what a great first quarter it would be for the Bulldogs.
Led early, 6-0. It was trimmed down to 8-7. Quickly pushed back up, and now Grossner off the side of the backboard and out of bounds with 1 second to go. Chance for a last-second heave for Spring Hill. Mitchell, it'll count if it goes. Off the mark, 16-9. Baldwin leads Spring Hill through 1. You're watching Bulldog Basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Don Blanchett, Pete Carr, you see at the bottom of the screen there, two of the coaches on this staff for Baldwin. Got to be pleased with the way that their squad has started again tonight in search of their 4th straight victory. And it's 16-9 Baldwin as we start the second quarter. Ryan Hilmer and Bryce Kessler with you from Baldwin tonight. Bulldogs led by as many as 9 in that first period. Currently sits at 7 as Mahaffey looks to again turn that corner. Right now Baldwin has been very aggressive about getting inside, and now Carr called for an offensive foul. That is the first on Carr with with 7:41 left to play in the second quarter, and it is the 15th foul now against Baldwin. Goes down as their 4th turnover as well. Crotchet backing in on Darnell. Carr goes down to try to rake it out of there. Does, and it went off a Carr, out of bounds. Stays at Spring Hill.
Carr's just so active defensively. Show that ball a little bit, turn to drop step or anything, and he'll be right in there digging it out.
Averages 3 steals per game. Bulldogs as a team average 7, so nearly half of that comes from Caleb Carr, their junior point guard. Zimbecki, another pretty good one. Hands-wise defensively. Mitchell catch and shoot in the corner is short, and Carr the rebound. Well, Mitchell hasn't been shy about firing him up there, but he has yet to hit from downtown. Carr fires away for a 3. Rebounded by Luke Metcalf, who's back in there for Spring Hill after rolling an ankle on a floating bucket down the middle of the paint earlier. There's another steal for Caleb Carr.
Like to see the Bulldogs get a little two-man action, maybe with Mahaffey and Darnell, maybe set some screens. Right now it looks like they're just really relying on dribble penetration to start their offense.
Grossner kicks to Carr in the corner. Crotchet on the glass. Inside they go to Metcalf. Posting on Zimbecki. Has a size advantage in there. Metcalf missed it, and then it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Spring Hill's Luke Metcalf. So Baldwin gets it as Devin Prather comes back in for the Bulldogs, and Reese Clowder returns for Spring Hill. So Prather back in now with 2 fouls. See if he can play clean here with 6:03 left to play in the first half. Mahaffey. Foul on the floor. Mitchell. Looks like he was the guy there trying to stay in front, but called for the block. That's his first and the third team foul against Spring Hill. 5:55 to play in the half. Mahaffey into Zimbecki, who's wide open.
Really nice inbounds play. We've seen a lot of that this year from Baldwin. Really well-coached team.
18-9 lead for Baldwin. Backdoor cut, Mitchell missed the layup, and Grossner the rebound for Baldwin. Carr creates, kicks, Zimbecki on the wing, bingo!
That's such great point guard play from Caleb Carr, just driving it right into the middle. That's why I talk about the defense collapses on you and you kick it out for a wide open 3 there.
A 12-point lead now for Baldwin at 21-9. Crotchet with the left hand. Zimbecki boards the miss. And Carr once again brings it up. Grossner in the corner. Crotchet the rebound.
Like to see Grossner maybe take one to the basket and maybe see a layup go in first.
Clowder on the drive. Prather did a great job staying straight up. Knowing he had 2 fouls, couldn't be aggressive to try to block it. Just stood straight up, forces the miss, now gets rewarded. Oh, they're going to call him for a travel. Ooh. So no basket for Prather. It's a traveling violation to give it back over to Spring Hill with 4:45 to play in the first half. And Baldwin leading 21-9. Mahaffey sits down. Darnell back in for Baldwin. Dodson comes on along with James Allen for the first time for Spring Hill. Allen, number 33, good size, 6'3" sophomore. This is Metcalf with a floater. Second time we've seen him drop that floater in. .4:23 to go in the second quarter. Carr into Darnell. Unable to hit. Allen the rebound. Metcalf straight on, a lot there for him, and it's Grossner with another rebound.
Every time it kind of feels like Baldwin's going to make a run at things, though. Spring Hill's just sticking around.
Spring Hill takes a timeout with 4 to play in the first half, 21-11. Baldwin by 10 with the ball when we come back on Baldwin Sports Live.
Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Ten-point lead for Baldwin at 21-11 with 4 minutes left to play in our first half. Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce wants to remind you that they have been chosen by the North Pole as one of this year's mail drop locations. Mail your letters directly to Santa at 719 High Street weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to guarantee your letter is delivered to Santa on time with the North Pole mail drop at the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. Caleb Carr with the ball here for Baldwin. Once again in full control of the offense. 2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for Carr. He leads the team at just under 19 per game scoring. And also dishes out a team high 4.5 assists per game. He's almost to that mark already. Mahaffey trying to give Carr a chance to score off the assist, but the 3 misses. Mahaffey gets it right back, stole it away from Mitchell. And Darnell now gets swiped. Metcalf the steal, but Caleb Carr says, not on my watch. Back comes Carr, keeps it himself this time and scores.
That's unbelievable, coast to coast off a little steal. He's just got such quick hands, quick feet. Coming the other way, nobody stops the ball.
Glides right in to make it a 23-11 Baldwin lead. Dodson. And a 3-second violation called on Spring Hill. Back it goes to Baldwin on the 9th turnover of the half for Spring Hill. Baldwin leading 23-11. They have led the entire game. Opened up the game on a 6-0 run. Spring Hill got it back down to 1 at 8-7, but Baldwin quickly answered with an 8-0 run of their own, and they have been in control the entire way. Prather couldn't score if that looked like it went off the bottom side of the rim.
Thought he might have gotten fouled there, but
yeah.
no call.
Pratchett, the guy there defensively. That makes the stop. Spring Hill has it back down a dozen. 2:20 to play in the half. Catch and shoot from Dodson. It was on the right line, but a little bit long. Carr collects another rebound. Nice feed to Darnell, who gets hammered and count the bucket.
That's a 2-man game right there. I was talking about I like to see with Mahaffey and Darnell, but Caleb Carr, he's just as capable running that pick and roll. Nice little pocket pass there. Darnell having himself another game.
A dozen points already to go along with 4 boards for Sam Darnell. And a chance to make another 3-point play. Missed out on an opportunity to cap a 3-point play on the opening possession of the game. And now he's at the line. Looking to extend the lead for Baldwin, and does, up to 15 at 26-11. Caleb Carr with 4 first-half assists as well for the Bulldogs. 1:50 and counting to play in the half. Another great performance tonight for the Baldwin Bulldogs, who are looking to win 4 in a row. It'll be the first time since January of 2014. Zembecki tracks down the long rebound. Out to Mahaffey, wide open, love the look, but a bit strong with it. Zembecki with an offensive rebound, and they keep the possession alive.
Ooh.
And then a double dribble is called on Caleb Carr. All right. 90 seconds to play in the half. 15-point Baldwin lead. Carr down on the ground. forces the steal, and then the jump ball. It will stay with Spring Hill, but man, the quick hands of Caleb Carr just making life terrible right now for Spring Hill guard play.
Yeah, it's just an incredible defense. Makes every former point guard happy that they don't have to bring the ball up against Caleb Carr.
Metcalf gives to Crotchet with 1:12 to go in the half. Now Bond spins into the paint, but the right hand missed it. Mahaffey the rebound. He brings it up himself. 1 minute to play in the half. Mahaffey maybe forced that one a little bit much, and it's rebounded by Crotchet for Spring Hill.
Yeah, I would have liked him to see if he can get all the way to the basket. If not, just turn around and give it out to Carr and maybe start some offense there.
Mitchell almost gave it right to Carr again, and Bond can't finish.
That's just great job right there by Darnell. Good defense without fouling.
Zimbecki from the corner. Out of bounds. It looked like it went off of Crotchet, I thought, but they're going to say off of Darnell. That might be one of those where instead of calling a foul on Darnell for maybe hitting the arm of Crotchet, even though it went off of Crotchet, they're just going to say off of Darnell, which as a player you can respect because you'd rather have it that way than be called for a foul there.
Yeah, you don't want to be getting into foul trouble, even though there's only 26 seconds left here in the first half. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, the official's going to stop playing Metcalf and Zimbecki. It's not on camera. It was away from the ball. It was back in what's going to become the front court here, and they were just kind of chesting up, trying to get early position, I guess. So the official just steps in and makes sure they don't have that escalate. 20 seconds left in the half. Plowder. Loose ball, Mahaffey the steal. Cole Mahaffey with two on the other side, and it's 28-11 Baldwin with just a couple of seconds left in the half. Metcalf at the buzzer hits it for Spring Hill. Ends a 7-0 run that Baldwin had building to close out that half. A big three there for Metcalf, but even with it, Baldwin has doubled up Spring Hill in the first half. 28-14 Bulldogs at the break. Coming up, it's the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes. Offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome into the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. 28-14, Baldwin on top of Spring Hill at the break. Halftime show brought to you by Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent with a great company, then Kelly Neufeld is your guy. Give him a call at 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team, proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they'd love to support you in your financial future as well. You'll see him in downtown Baldwin City at Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it. 28-14. Baldwin coming off of their best overall performance of the season on Tuesday night in a 16-point win over Lewisburg, and they have picked up right where they left off. A 6-0 run to start the game. They have never trailed. No ties, no lead changes. Their largest lead has been 17. That's where it stood right before Luke Metcalf hit a three-pointer at the buzzer for Spring Hill. One of the very few times that they could smile in that first half, as it was a half that was controlled throughout by the Bulldogs tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that late three, like you said, made it a little bit closer. Only a 14-point deficit, but it really just felt like Bulldogs controlled the game throughout. I mean, they look like a good team. They know they're a good team, and just playing together and kind of playing a little open gym type style at times, just stealing the ball and running down and getting runouts and layups, but doing good so far.
They forced 9 turnovers out of Spring Hill in that first half. Knocked down a couple of timely threes and featured Sam Darnell, who had 13 first half points. He had 13 boards against Lewisburg. He has 13 points. He didn't have any points against Lewisburg, although that is a little bit of an anomaly. He's not a no-point type of a guy. He's in that usually, 6 to 8 point range kind of a guy, but he's already put up 13 for the Bulldogs in this one as they lead it by 14. And once again, you're just seeing contributions across the board as 4 of the 5 starters have scored. The one that hasn't is Devin Prather, who pulled down a couple of nice early offensive rebounds to set up points, had an assist as well, then did pick up 2 fouls, which put him on the bench. But once again, contributions across the board, everybody getting involved, which has been sort of the MO for this Baldwin team this year.
Yeah, I mean, Zembecki also and Grosser, they played well on the defensive end. And, I mean, Baldwin, they play so well together defensively. They all move as one, and they just create so many steals. It's got to be so stressful for the other offense to play against the Bulldog defense. But, I mean, it's been good so far. Hopefully they can keep this lead they have and not have to play another one of those close games that they've been used to playing, even though that's good experience to have.
Prior to the buzzer-beating 3 by Luke Metcalf, they had made 1 shot in the second quarter. That's Baldwin held up to 2 points in that second quarter. So it has been a solid performance through 1 half, but still 1 half to go. 28-14, Baldwin on top of Spring Hill at the break. We're back with the first half numbers for you right after this word from Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Back here on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, 28-14. The Baldwin Bulldogs on top of the Spring Hill Broncos. As we take a look at some of these first half numbers for you, the Broncos right now led by Luke Metcalf. He has 7 of their 14. And they got 3 of those right at the end on that buzzer-beating 3. Reese Clowder with 2, Cameron Crotchett with 3, and Daniel Mitchell with 2 to round out their scoring. Crotchett leads the team with 4 rebounds. And right now, as a team, they don't have a single assist in that first half. For the Baldwin Bulldogs, Sam Darnell, 13 to lead the way in the scoring department tonight for Baldwin. 6 from Cole Mahaffey, 4 from Caleb Carr, and 5 from Joey Zembecki to round out the Bulldogs scoring. Rebounding leader right now is a 3-way tie for that honor. Sam Darnell, Caleb Carr, and Riker Grossner have all pulled down 4 first half rebounds, and Caleb Carr pacing the offense in the assist column. He has 4 of them already, which is just under his season average of 4.3 per game. So another solid effort across the board in that first half for the Bulldogs. They lead it by 14 here at the break, 28-14. Baldwin on top of Spring Hill. 1 half to go as the Bulldogs look for their fourth straight win after opening the season with a 17-point loss at Paola, but they have found a way to win against Anderson County, coming from 10 down in the fourth quarter late to win that one. Then grinding one out against Burlington in a back-and-forth battle with a Sam Darnell bucket at the buzzer to win that one by 2. Earlier this week, a 16-point win over Lewisburg. And now tonight, trying for their fourth straight win for the first time since this senior group were fourth graders. That's how long it's been. 2014 of January of 14, the 2013-2014 season. Last time that Baldwin won 4 straight. They've got a chance to do that tonight, and they're halfway there with a 14-point lead. Back for the second half right after this. You've been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by your Baldwin City Farm Bureau Financial Services agent, Kelly Neufeld. Give him a call at 785-594-1055 to see how he can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. It's your future. Well, let's protect it.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages, from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Start of the second half in Baldwin tonight. Ryan Hilmer, Bryce Kessler with you on Baldwin Sports Live. And it is a 28-14 Baldwin lead as we start this second half. And the Bulldogs looking to add right to that lead as Becky 3 off the front iron, and then Prather can't save it, so it's back over to Spring Hill. And Dodson called for a carry. So on a night when Baldwin's already forcing enough turnovers out of you, don't really want to give them cheap turnovers like that.
Yeah, it's tough. You don't see that called a ton, but he did carry it.
Carr, nice backdoor bounce pass to Mahaffey, but he missed the layup. Got it back, stayed with it, and still able to convert.
How about that for stick-to-itiveness from Mahaffey? But another great bounce pass from Carr.
Only thing it did was rob Carr of a 5th assist, but that's all right. I'm sure Caleb will forgive Cole.
Yeah, maybe.
Inside, deflected away, and it's Darnell's quick hands that jarred it loose, but Spring Hill able to get it back. Crotchet into traffic, the pass goes. Mitchell collects it and scores. So not the prettiest of end results there, but the bucket counts, and Daniel Mitchell has his second hoop to make it 30-16.
Yeah, it just feels like nothing comes easy for Spring Hill on that end of the floor.
Mahaffey trying to go to work on Mitchell. Gets cut off. Carr back to Mahaffey. Drive, stop, pull up, missed it. Prather, offensive rebound for Baldwin. Carr, that was a dangerous pass. It gets to its target. And then Mahaffey turns it over on the entry, trying to go into Prather.
Love the activity from Prather, though. Give Darnell a lot of credit, but Prather is the same way. I mean, he just does all those little things for you.
Metcalf's pull-up misses. Darnell the rebound. Darnell leading the break. Gives to Zembecki for the short corner. Won't fall. And Mitchell, I think, going to get caught for a push here. He is. Gave Prather a little shove. And Daniel Mitchell picks up his second.
Bit of a tough shooting night for Zembecki so far. Hasn't really gotten any to drop.
Shooting is 17% on the year is Zembecki coming in, but
he's a good shooter, though.
The thing
his form.
The thing you like about it is he doesn't get discouraged. He continues to fire away, and the team keeps putting him in a position to make it happen. And even on a 17%, he still seems to come up with a big shot about every game. Right. A timely three just when they need it. Carr, awkward looking shot there. Got it back, though, off of the miss. Through the hands of Darnell, and now another Baldwin turnover. The last couple of times down, the ball just seems to be like, kind of not sticking in their hand. They just can't quite get a grasp on it. Zembecki the rebound, coast to coast. Joey is blocked but fouled by Clowder.
I love that from Zembecki. If your shots aren't falling, try to get a run out, get to the basket, and get a foul call. Always helps you out as a shooter, seeing the ball fall through on some free throws.
5 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of assists tonight from Zembecki. Only a sophomore. Prather and Mahaffey, the only seniors in this lineup for Baldwin. So this is a team that not only is playing some good basketball this year, but they've got particularly bright future, it would seem, as well. 31-16 Bulldogs. Inside to Crotchet. Turnaround over top of Darnell.
It's a nice shot there, but even that, I mean, that's a tough fadeaway shot. I mean, Baldwin just not going to let you score easy buckets.
Carr on the penetration, draws the foul. It's on Crotchet.
Carr's just so crafty all the time. He just gets in there. You think you might have a block shot opportunity and a little pump fake. Before you know it, you got another foul.
Controls the dribble so well on those drives. In a position, it seems like whenever he's on the drive, not only can he score with it, but he's just always in a position to be able to distribute, go up. If he catches the defender in a bad position, he's able to draw the foul like we just saw there. And he is able to knock down both of the free throws as well. Over an 80% free throw shooter. 21 of 25 on the year now. 33-18 Bulldogs. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. And there's Carr ripping the ball loose again. Call for travel. So I guess credited him with another steal, because then they called him for the travel, so he would have had to have possession to travel. So, all right. Mitchell, good play underneath. Metcalf missed it, but he was run under a little bit there. So Grossner, I believe, is who they're going to get with this foul. Carr was in the area as well, but it is on Grossner.
That's just another little flex cut, little cross screen down on the blocks, and no communication from Baldwin on that.
Metcalf, first trip to the line tonight. Team high 7 points. Gets 1 out of 2. Under 5 left to play, third quarter. Baldwin still with a 14-point lead, same margin they had at halftime. Darnell lost it and not touched by Spring Hill, so that's a Baldwin turnover.
Darnell maybe tapping his chest there. Yeah, maybe just doing a little too much that time. Got to work it around. Baldwin just, man, a little miscombobulated coming out in the third quarter here.
Yeah, I agree, and yet they haven't lost any of their lead.
Right.
Still a 14-point lead for them. Now it's down to 11 as Metcalf is up to 11 points on the night, knocking down that three.
Somebody you don't want to let get going, Metcalf. He looks like he's got a good stroke on him.
Yeah, if there's anybody that can, from a scoring perspective, put this Broncos team on their back and will them back into a game, it would be Metcalf. There's a foul called on Brady Kaiser of Spring Hill. It's the team's fourth and his first only. Darnell goes out. Prather comes back in. I'm sure that three that Metcalf hit at the buzzer to end the first half got his confidence back up a little bit after what was a tough offensive half for everybody. Crotchet rebounds the Zembecki miss. See if they try to get Metcalf another touch. Keep him going. Crotchet instead tries to go to work himself, but unable to finish it. Prather the rebound. To me, that's a time right there where you got to try to get the ball back into Metcalf's hands after knocking down a three, and didn't do it though.
Yeah, I agree. Baldwin kind of slowing the pace down a little bit. I think it might be a little early for that. I'd like to see him just continue to attack, try to build on this lead, and not even let Spring Hill stay in this ball game.
Kaiser going for the foul. And you wonder if perhaps it's just a kind of a let's take a deep breath, reset things, because as you've mentioned and I've mentioned as well, it's just the offense has been a little bit just helter-skelter in this second half. So maybe a chance to just kind of have everybody collect their thoughts and let's get back after him now. Still up by 11, though, is Baldwin. Carr hands it off to Darnell.
There's not a lot of player movement going on right now, just relying on dribble penetration.
Carr eventually did travel.
Yeah, I just didn't like that possession offensively. Just a lot of standing around, waiting on somebody to do something. Got to try to get into your sets, get some motion.
Now, nobody out there to guard Mitchell. He makes him pay. That's just not communicating defensively. Nobody went out to guard him.
That's the type of stuff that gives the coach heartburn.
And that has trimmed the lead down to 8 now with 2:50 left to play in the third. Get the feeling like, I was going to say, you get the feeling maybe a timeout coming here pretty soon, and right on cue, Don Blanchett will take that timeout. 32nd timeout used by the Bulldogs. They'll try to figure things out here and get themselves back into their rhythm as their 15-point lead is down to 8 now at 33-25 with 2:45 left to play in the third. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing, fast-growing, family-owned company in Baldwin City and also in Houston, Texas. They service many different industries from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. They have state-of-the-art machine tools and offer a great work environment with excellent pay and competitive benefits. Inquire about job openings at Rice Precision Manufacturing by emailing jobs@riceprecision.com. Well, Baldwin with the ball out of the timeout. They have been really good this year coming out of timeout situations with set plays. Let's see if they have one drawn up here. Pick and roll to Darnell. Kick out to Carr. Three-pointer off the mark and rebounded on the backside by Bond. And now Carr just making life really tough on Kaiser in the backcourt. 7-0 run for Spring Hill as Baldwin has gone scoreless over the last 3 minutes now. Flair out to Kaiser. Bring Metcalf right up the elevator. Not there. Mitchell on the drive and the finish.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden this is a 6-point game and just feels like the energy level for the Bulldogs has gone way down, just hit the floor.
Well, Baldwin's a bunch that as soon as they hit one shot, it seems like they get that pep back in their step. We'll see if somebody can come through with a big shot with 1 minute and 35 seconds to go third quarter. Knocked away from Carr, able to get it back. And still, there's a lot of standing around, it feels like. Carr drives, blocked from behind by Crotchet, out of bounds off of Carr, and it's Spring Hill basketball with 1:19 to go in the third. And the Broncos, in the midst of a 9-0 run, are down just 6.
Yeah, you have to just find any way to stop this run. Got to get a stop, maybe a run out. I'd like to see the pace for the Bulldogs get picked up a little bit, try to get out and transition a little more.
Mitchell open on the right wing. Another three for Spring Hill. And Daniel Mitchell has trimmed the lead for Baldwin down to 3 on a 12-0 run for Spring Hill with under a minute to go in the quarter.
All credit to the Broncos. They've came out in the second half and just taken the game in their own hands. They'd come out with more energy. Defensively, they're really working, not allowing dribble penetration, and that's basically the only thing that Baldwin's looking for.
Baldwin desperate for a basket with 35 seconds to go in the third. Their lead was once 15. It's down to 3 now, and a foul on Metcalf. Call on that entry pass into Darnell. That is 6 against Spring Hill. Second on Metcalf. Mahaffey to inbound. Has to allow it out to Grossner. And the Bulldogs will set it up with under a half minute to play in the third quarter. Carr for the right wing. Prather tapping the rebound, and it's Metcalf who tries to save it off of Prather. Stayed in play, and ending up with it is Chase Bond. Into the corner, Metcalf can't tie it up. Darnell the rebound. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Looked like Carme got hacked, no call. Prather unable to get it back up in time. So a big run, 12-0 run by Spring Hill to close the third quarter, and we've got ourselves a ball game again. 33-30, Baldwin on top by 3 as we go to the fourth on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes. Offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance, and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Spring Hill outscores Baldwin 16-5 in the third quarter. They close the period on a 12-0 run to take a 14-point halftime deficit and trim it to 3 as we start the fourth quarter. Baldwin, see if the quarter break was what they needed to kind of just reset things and get back after it in this fourth quarter. 8 minutes to play. Trying to close down a fourth consecutive victory for the first time since January of 2014. Mitchell unable to get all the way to the hoop now. Crotchet going to work on Darnell. Doubled by Carr, knocked away by Carr, and landing on the baseline was Crotchet, so Spring Hill turns it over to start the fourth quarter.
Good defensive possession there coming out. Looks like they're going to have to put a press break together, a little full court pressure here from Spring Hill, but what that third quarter did for Spring Hill is just give them a renewed sense of confidence in this one. I think that they can hang with the Bulldogs here. Come out here with a nice run to start the fourth quarter, though, and that things might turn around.
And the dangerous part about it is the confidence for Spring Hill came as well by their top 2 scorers doing the scoring. Metcalf and Mitchell, who are up to 11 and 12 points respectively, and those are the 2 best shooters on this team. And really, again, credit those guys for making the shots, but Baldwin didn't do themselves any favors by leaving them wide open a couple of times and allow those guys to get some clean looks and start to get that confidence built back up.
Yeah. And then on the other end, just no real sense of urgency. Oh, I love this press break. Get a layup.
Missed the layup, though, and it's Crotchet on the rebound.
You can do that every single time teams press you. You just get a layup every time.
Plowder, dish to Crotchet. Working against Darnell, able to hit it over top of him. And it is a 1-point game. 7:11 to go, a long way to go in this one, as Spring Hill has taken what was a 33-18 Baldwin lead and turned it into a 33-32 game. Carr again can't hit from close range, and Crotchet has his 8th rebound.
Yeah, right now offensively, it just feels like they're waiting on somebody to make a play.
Metcalf to give Spring Hill the lead, won't go. Crotchet saves it off Darnell's leg, and it's possessed by Metcalf. Now Mitchell steps in for an 8-footer, won't go, and Grossner clears it for Baldwin.
See this right here, though, I'd like to see him get out and run after that change of possession. They've just slowed this pace down so much that it's allowing Spring Hill to stay in this game.
Carr, this time, able to capitalize. He had gotten in close last couple of times down the floor, but had layups missed. This one goes, and it's 35-32 Baldwin, and a timeout taken by Spring Hill. Well, one of the hardest things to do as in sports, but especially in basketball, a game that's so run dominant, is make a big run, get so close, and then have the opponent push that lead back up. If you can get over the hump, it feels like you've just accomplished so much. But Spring Hill has yet to get over that hump. I feel like if Baldwin can make just a little bit of a push here, get this back to 7 or 8 points, that may be enough to just kind of take the wind back out of the sails as Spring Hill is putting together so much effort to get back in this ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with everything you said there. I mean, you come out in these next 2 to 3 minutes and you can push this lead up to 9 or 10, and then that's really gonna deflate the spirits of Spring Hill, because I mean that's a lot of energy you got to exert to get back into a basketball game like this. But you got to give them a lot of credit. They're playing hard and they're playing together.
No doubt. Spring Hill, you got to go back as well. They were down 17 in the final seconds, literally the final second of the first half, down 28-11. Luke Metcalf hit a 3 at the buzzer to send this game to half. Since that point, I mean, you count that 3, they've outscored Baldwin 21-7 since that point. So Baldwin, despite all that, still leads by 3. So they've taken the punch by Spring Hill. Can they stay up and not go down and let Spring Hill go all the way over the top and take the lead? Something Spring Hill has not had in this game. Broncos have it, down 3. Clouder to the foul line. Bond back out to Clouder. Drives in, scoops it in. Just his second basket of the game, and it's back to a 1-point game at 35-34 with 6 minutes to play. Carr trying to create. Gets inside. Trying to take a bump from Mitchell. No call on it. Ball still loose. Diving on the floor. And then onto the sideline as Carr slid out. But wait, a timeout has been given to Baldwin. Don Blanchett able to get the timeout as Carr was sliding over near the sideline.
That could potentially be a big play in just a 1-point game, 5:48 left.
Yeah, we'll see what happens as far as the possession coming out of this timeout, but that potentially could be a huge timeout taken there by Baldwin. Don Blanchett quick on the trigger to call the timeout, seeing that his guys were going to be in a tough spot over on the sideline. It leaves the Bulldogs now with 2 timeouts remaining. Spring Hill with 3 timeouts remaining in the ball games. Possession arrow in Baldwin's favor as well. The Bulldogs will be in the bonus the rest of the way, and Spring Hill, they're a long way from the bonuses. Baldwin has been called for just 1 foul in the second half, so Baldwin still has 5 fouls to give. Not that they're going to be trying to give fouls at this point, but if it comes to that,
yeah.
we'll see. I mean, obviously a very close game here, so.
It's the position you want to be in, though. You can still play defense and be aggressive and not have to worry about putting them on the line.
And Baldwin, as we know, a pretty aggressive offensive rebounding team, so that's another area where they can still be aggressive on the glass without the worry about walking 90 feet the other way for free throws. So here's Carr to inbound. Baldwin was given the timeout. Can they take advantage? Mahaffey inside, gets the basket to go. So they indeed take advantage of getting that timeout. Now Pestering Clowder as Carr knocked it free, so Clowder able to get the dribble back. Now to Bond. And a foul call on the floor as Carr reached in, got him on the arm. And that is the second team foul of the Bulldogs. For Caleb Carr, it's his second personal foul as well.
Another good play coming out of a timeout there, though, from the Bulldogs, getting it down into somebody, Mahaffey, that hasn't really had a big second half, but here we go, got a run out.
Spring Hill turns it over on the inbound, and Baldwin once again can't convert the layup. We've had a couple of those tonight. Zembecki thought he may have been grabbed on the jersey a little bit, but as it is, it's another miss in transition, and the lead stays at 3 for Baldwin with 5:15 to play in the ball game. Clowder, nice penetration there by Clowder. Good drive, good finish with the left hand. Then it's 37-36 with 5 and change to go. Carr, drive and kick, foul on the floor. It'll put Caleb at the free throw line.
And that's huge because that's the opposite of what we just talked about, is going to have free throws the rest of the way here for the Bulldogs. As long as they can make them, that's going to be a big advantage for them.
Carr 2 of 2 at the line in this game. Over 80% on the year at 21 out of 25 for the season. He is a 1-and-1. The foul, by the way, on Luke Metcalf is his third.
Got to be ready for a rebound here if he misses.
Miss, he does not. Does miss the second, and the ball ends up out of bounds. Last touch by Spring Hill. Caleb Carr tonight, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists to help lead the offense. Now lobbing it in for Mahaffey. Nearly got deflected in off the inbound tip. Mahaffey misses from the short corner, rebounded by Crotchet, who's pulled down a game-high 9 rebounds now. 2-point ball game still. Baldwin has never trailed. Never even been tied in this game. Mitchell. A foul is called on the floor. It's against Prather. That's Devon's third, but only the third team foul on Baldwin as well. So the Bulldogs still with 3 more fouls to give. 4:34 to play in the ball game, leading by 2. Outside it goes to Bond. He drives, floats it up off the back iron, and Mahaffey clears for Baldwin. Baldwin up 2. Can they add to it? Mahaffey does.
His ability to just change his shot, his layup just in midair is incredible.
Back up by 4. Clowder drives and scoops one in as he kissed it off the glass with some English to spin it through to make it 40-38. Now Carr drives, contact, a foul on Clowder. 2 shots coming up for Caleb Carr. Third foul on, check that second foul only on Clowder. 2 shots coming up for Carr. He's 3 for 4 in the game. Carr, Mahaffey, and Darnell all into double figures tonight. And Carr again, only 1 of 2 at the line, but Devin Prather with another offensive rebound. 3-point Baldwin lead, and they turn it over through the hands of Zembecki, and they give it back to Spring Hill with 3:41 to play.
I think Prather's had a really good game on the rebounding and defensive end of things, putting in some good minutes for the Bulldogs.
Zembecki unable to run that one down. Good effort. Spring Hill will inbound on the sideline here with 3:30 left to play. They were down by 17 late in the first half, trailed by 15 with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Closed out the third quarter and right on into the fourth quarter on a 14-0 run to trim the deficit to 1. But that is as close as it has been. A foul is called on the Bulldogs here. It is against Caleb Carr. And that's Caleb's third and the fourth team foul with 3:20 to play. Still have not been tied. No lead changes as Baldwin opened the game on a 6-0 run. They have led the entire way. Fake the handoff to Clowder. And now a foul on Mahaffey. So they have chewed up nearly all of their fouls to give. Just one more now, as that is their 5th team foul. It's only the first on Mahaffey. Clowder into Crotchet. Spring Hill down by 3. Clowder wants to drive, floats it up off the heel, deadened it, dropped it. 10 from Clowder, with 8 of the 10 coming in this fourth quarter. And it's a 1-point game yet again with under 3 to play. Grossner from the corner. And Crotchet pulls down his 10th rebound for Spring Hill, who has a chance again to take the lead. Timeout Broncos with 2:41 left to play in the fourth. 41-40, Baldwin by 1. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Spring Hills, or on Baldwin Sports. I was going to keep it right here. Never mind. Sorry, I got confused. I thought it was a full timeout, but they still had 1:30 left. So we'll keep it right here with 2:41 to go. Both teams left with 2 timeouts now. And Baldwin still 1 foul to give defensively. Bulldogs in the bonus on the offensive side. Possession arrow currently favors Baldwin as well.
It's going to be a big last 2:41. We talked about it in the girls' game as well. You don't want to go to that Christmas break on a sour note, especially a game like this that you led by so many going into the second half here and whittled it back down.
17-point lead at 1 point back late in the first half, led by 14 at the half. That lead was down to just 3 to start the fourth quarter, though, and now it's a 1-point lead, and now it's a 1-point deficit. Luke Metcalf with the basket for Spring Hill, and the Broncos, for the first time tonight, lead this game 42-41. Caleb Carr fades and left it short. Crotchet another rebound. Up to Mitchell. Carr a little late, trying to go for the steal. Bounce into Metcalf. Unable to finish. Prather makes a great play defensively and then collects the rebound to go along with it.
It's a big play from Prather, you're right. But Bulldogs, they got to get something going offensively, get some movement here. They're really just relying on Caleb Carr's penetration.
Mahaffey is fouled. The Bulldogs have scored just 13 points in the second half after leading 28-14 at halftime. And now Cole Mahaffey heads to the free throw line. A pair of free throws coming his way after the second foul on Cameron Crotchet.
Feels like Darnell's been on the bench for a long time now.
Mahaffey misses the first. His first trip to the line.
I don't even
see him down on the
Darnell
bench.
down there, actually.
I didn't see anything happen, but you're right. And now we are tied at 42.
Nevertheless, minute 45 to go here, tie game. Another good finish. I mean, it's been only good finishes for Bulldogs.
Yeah, would expect nothing less this year. Really on the boys and girls side, both. We've just been chock full of games that have come right down to the wire. Carr comes over, steals it, saves it back to Prather. What a play by Caleb Carr defensively. Tie game with 1 minute and 17 seconds to go. Caleb Carr. They want the ball in his hands in crunch time. Here he goes to the left. Kicks out to Mahaffey from a wing off the heel of the iron on the three-point miss. And Cameron Crotchett skies up for another Spring Hill rebound. And now the Broncos with 48 and counting to go in a tie game. Mitchell from the corner, airballed the three. Backside rebound by Carr.
You have to hold for the last shot here for Carr. Try to get it. Take some time off here and then maybe get a pick and roll or something, get some movement. You might just take a timeout when it whittles down to about 15.
Yeah, I think you'll see Baldwin use a timeout once the clock gets down a little lower here. They have 2 timeouts still. Tied at 42 with 20 seconds left to play, and there's the timeout. Oh, no. A foul.
Foul call?
A foul has been called away from the basket, or away from the basketball. I thought a whistle blew. I just thought it was a timeout being taken. But instead, it's Cameron Crotchett being called for a third foul.
2 shots.
That's the 10th team foul, so it's a double bonus. And Devin Prather, who is only 2 of 7 at the line this year, will step up for a couple of big free throws with 17 seconds to go.
Wow, that was a big call. I was watching the ball. I didn't see what happened.
Missed the first.
So you got to be ready to rebound after that first shot. The good thing is you still got a foul to give, so an over the back call is not going to kill you.
Prather hits the second, and it gives Baldwin the lead. His first point of the night makes it 43-42. 12 seconds to go. Zembecki trying to knock it free. 8 seconds. Again, they have that foul to give, as Ryan mentioned. And they do knock it loose. Zembecki onto the floor. Do they get a timeout or are they going to call jump ball? Either way, it's Baldwin basketball as the Bulldogs have the arrow. And there is the benefit of having that foul to give. The Bulldogs could be super aggressive. And even if they got caught for a foul, it wouldn't hurt them. And now Don Blanchett will use his second to last timeout.
Okay, so a little bit of a dangerous spot over there on the sideline, out of bounds on their end of the floor, though. You got to draw something up to get the ball in.
Well, the good news is as well, they do have one more timeout. So they use a timeout here, and that's what Don Blanchett will do, is try to draw up some type of an inbound play, which certainly you want to be inbounding this ball up towards your front court. Last thing you want to do is throw the ball back towards your defensive bucket right now and risk a potential steal leading to a quick, easy bucket for Spring Hill.
I'd say you want to probably get it into your best free throw shooters. I would say it's probably Caleb Carr at this point.
Yeah.
But
and your best ball handler in that case too. So he's certainly the guy you want. And you do have a timeout. That's another thing that's I'm sure going to be told to the guys, reminded as they last thing before they take the floor. Hey, we have a timeout. If you're in trouble, use that timeout.
And they haven't switched the possession arrow, but I believe the possession arrow is for Spring Hill, right? So any
it will. I mean, it's ball in possession,
right.
But any jump ball moving forward would go over to Spring Hill.
Got to be strong with the ball. They're going to try to look for a steal and then a quick foul.
So Carr is going to be the inbounder because not only is he your best ball handler, but he's your best passer as well. So he will inbound, throws it into Mahaffey, who breaks free, and Mahaffey slams it down to put the exclamation point on a 45-42 Baldwin victory.
How about that for an exclamation point? You're right. Dunk it in to lead us to the Christmas break.
The Bulldogs have won 4 straight for the first time in 8 seasons. And they do it with a two-handed throw down by Cole Mahaffey to put the cherry on top of a 4-1 start to the 2021 season for the Baldwin Bulldogs.
This is incredible. If you like good pressure basketball, good late games, make sure you tune in the rest of the year. Who knows what's in store?
What a finish, what a game. It was closer than Baldwin probably wanted this to be after leading by 14 at the half. But they found a way to close out another victory. They have found ways to win games in multiple fashions this season. Sign of a good team. And they have staked their claim to being just that, a good team. 4-1 with a 45-42 victory tonight over the Spring Hill Broncos, who dropped to 0-3 for the first time since 2006. 45-42 your final. We're back to wrap it all up for you on the post-game show right after this.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family. Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Final in Baldwin tonight, 45-42. The Bulldogs defeat the Spring Hill Broncos, and my goodness, what a finish. Another tremendous finish to this one tonight, as the Baldwin Bulldogs have won 4 games straight for the first time since January of 2014, and they close out the pre-Christmas portion of their schedule at 4-1, winners of 4 straight now, dropping the Spring Hill Broncos to 0-3 to start this season, their first 0-3 start since 2006. And for the Bulldogs, just their second win in the last 10 matchups against the Spring Hill Broncos. Baldwin led by as many as 17 in the first half. They were up 28-11. A Spring Hill 3 to close the half made it 28-14 at the break, and the Broncos kept climbing back. They got it all the way down to 1. They were down to 3 at the end of the third quarter at 33-30, and then got it down to 1 early in the fourth quarter. Spring Hill, for the very first time of the game, took a 42-41 lead with 2:25 to go. Baldwin would tie it with a free throw at 42, and then they retook the lead on a Devin Prather free throw with 17 seconds left in regulation. The defense forced a turnover, and then on the inbound pass, after forcing that turnover and taking a timeout, a Cole Mahaffey runaway as he streaked to the offensive front court for the Bulldogs. And on the inbound pass, Carr hit him in stride for a two-handed throwdown jam by Cole Mahaffey to put the exclamation point on a 45-42 Baldwin victory. What a finish, what a ball game, what a win for this now 4-1 Baldwin Bulldog team. Back with all the final numbers for you right after this timeout on the Baldwin Sports Live postgame show.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
(45-42) your final from Baldwin tonight. The Baldwin boys now 4-1 with an exciting finish yet again and a 3-point victory over Spring Hill. And the band and the crowd just now starting to settle down after this one, Ryan. What a ball game here tonight. What a win for Baldwin.
I mean, another just incredible game from Baldwin. Boys and girls both had really good games, but boys, I mean, just what a performance. I mean, first half they looked like they were going to run away with this thing and then come out a little bit flat after the halftime, third quarter. I mean, Spring Hill really got back into it there. I mean, they got it down to a one-point game. I don't think Spring Hill ever took the lead or tied it up.
They took the lead one time, 42-41.
But, yeah, I mean, just great resilience. I mean, they're so easy to drop your head down after that, after having a big lead, and then the other team comes back, give them some confidence. But just a big win going into the Christmas break for the Bulldogs.
4-1 now for Baldwin after the victory. The final numbers for you. Baldwin a plus 12 on the glass tonight. That was huge. They forced 15 turnovers out of Spring Hill as well. 11 assists for Baldwin, just 2 for Spring Hill. Baldwin only made 1 3, so this was a night. Again, they found different ways to win ball games this year. Tonight certainly wasn't because of the 3-pointers. They make just 1. Spring Hill knocked down 4 3-pointers, but Baldwin was better at the line. 8 of 14 for the Bulldogs, just 2 out of 3 at the line for Spring Hill. They didn't get there at all. Just 3 times. They'd make 2 of them, but Cameron Crotchett, 12 rebounds. That was a game high to lead the way for the Broncos, along with 7 points. Luke Metcalf had 13 points. Daniel Mitchell with 12 points. Reese Clowder with 10, as they had 3 different guys in double figures. Only 4 different guys scoring for Spring Hill. For Baldwin, they were led tonight in scoring by Cole Mahaffey. He was also one of 3 guys in double figures for the Bulldogs. 15 points and 4 boards from Mahaffey. 13 points and 6 rebounds for Darnell. That's maybe the biggest potential question mark or downside about this game is we didn't see anything that happened in the game, but Darnell, as you mentioned, late was not, it had been a while since we had seen him on the floor, and then looking down there, it didn't even look like he was down on the bench for the Bulldogs, so perhaps an injury happened in this game to Darnell. We don't know, but not having him out there didn't look like late. That would be the one thing that hopefully is not something that will be a lingering thing on into next semester.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully everything's okay with Darnell. But, yeah, I just noticed Grossner was getting a lot of minutes, and Grossner, I thought, gave some good minutes to the Bulldogs there, especially defensively. He didn't knock down a lot of his shots, but he gave some good minutes. I thought Prather played really well as well.
Yeah, those two, Grossner and Prather, neither scored a field goal. Prather 1 point. It came on that free throw that gave the Bulldogs the lead with 17 seconds to go, but that duo pulled down 12 rebounds, 6 apiece. So definitely get the job done there. Caleb Carr also in double figures tonight. 10 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists for Caleb Carr, and a handful of steals as well, which he has been so good at this season also. And then rounding out the scoring was Joey Zimbecki, who had 6 points tonight for the Bulldogs. The Baldwin up to their best start since 2016 and have won 4 in a row for the first time since January of 2014 as they win this one tonight, 45-42. We're off until January, as we will be back at it here on Baldwin Sports Live come January 4th, where they trip to Tonganoxie. The Bulldogs will get the second semester started with that trip out to Tonganoxie. That will be the true, real big test for this Baldwin team. And again, they have proven they're a good team. They're going to compete with pretty much everybody. At 4-1, they are off to a great start. But Tonganoxie, the defending league champs, 15-5 a year ago, they're off to a great start again this season. That will be a big test for the Bulldogs coming back after the Christmas break. Earlier tonight, the girls fell in another close game. Baldwin has lost 3 games this year on the girls' side by 4, 4, and 3. They fall 43-40 tonight, but the boys cap it off with a big victory here in the nightcap. 45-42 your final. For Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. So glad you could join us tonight. You've been watching Baldwin High School basketball on Baldwin Sports Live back in January. On January 4th, the next Baldwin Hoops game. Check out the full broadcast schedule of the upcoming winter schedule online at baldwinsportslive.com.
You've been watching the Baldwin Bulldogs on Baldwin Sports Live. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morning Star Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. Visit BaldwinSportsLive.com for the schedule of upcoming broadcasts on your home for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live.